The sun will be back in a minute. Today we're working on our STAP, and if you did miss out on the last one, I didn't make a video on it, but we run out of brown bricks. So we've gone with this nice rainbow colour theme. I did say last week that it was fitting because Pride Month, rainbows, and we didn't have the correct colours. So I've gone back and got the correct colours on the middle, and then also coloured these side of the slopes as well, because it does look a lot nicer than just a giant brown speeder, especially when we're upscaling these bricks. And now we're going to be working on the top. So I guess the bar element is first. That 1x2 with the little bar is first up. Hello there.
Vertical stream's missing the top.
The vertical stream is missing. There we go. Patch that through. And I have a few of the bricks with me, or the plates. I've got a few of the slopes that I've managed to scrape together. The sun's going to be in and out all day. I have decided to go a bit live a bit earlier today because it's just too hot to be staying up with, you know, lights on me streaming. So maybe we'll get a few earlier streams this summer, which could be quite nice. And it also allows me to do the videos afterwards rather than waiting to the next day. So everything is fresh in my mind. But the slopes we've gone with are dark tan, dark blue, dark green, dark red, and dark brown. And you won't have seen today's video yet because it's going to go live after this stream ends. But keep that in mind, I'm using all of the dark colours. Hopefully these are newer pieces and we don't have more pieces crack in. Likewise, all the plates we've got, we do have reddish brown. I've managed to find a few more reddish brown plates since the last stream. Oh look at that dark brown piece that's got the end snapped off. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's probably the final stud there. So it hasn't broken half or anything, but crazy. We're speaking about broken pieces, and I'm sure there's probably a few others in here. We're going to be mixing it up on the top, get a few different dark colours in there to go with the colourful rest of the STAP. And a few of you have recommended I just 3D print this. I'm still looking at 3D printing these giant brick built bricks as opposed to just the regular bricks, but maybe at some point we will 3D print this and Grogu's pram as well, which is what we worked on last month. Those videos are out, and I think let's get straight to building. I think I want to build the slope first rather than go straight in with that bar element. I think to start off this stream I am going to build that. So we've got two slopes. We've got two 1x2 slopes on the top, and then we've also got a 1x2 plate underneath. We've built the slopes. We've built 1x1 and 1x3 plates, so they're pretty simple to do. And I think I'm going to build this as one giant block so that it can sit on top. That seems to be the easiest way of going about it. Let's get some of the bricks out. And again, this is being upscaled 1 to 6, so it's 216 times bigger, which is massive. Which means we're going to need a load of bricks, which is why I've bought in, you know, the dark blues. I did wonder earlier on if I should get rid of the dark browns and either go with a dark blue colour scheme, or even more common than dark blue, just a regular blue, just a regular Lego blue, because Lego have done STAPs in the regular blue. They're a bit lighter than the rest of the separatist ships, but so far I'm sticking with the dark brown, the reddish brown, and now the dark brown and all the other dark colours. And maybe if I do end up 3D printing this, I'll just paint it instead of trying to get all the colours working in there. It might be a bit easier to paint the thing. I'm going to need some dark bluish and light bluish grey actually today to work with the lightsabers. We're finally upscaling the lightsabers. If you missed out on last week's stream, we also upscaled the blasters, which is handy if we need those for any future minifigures. What colour? So I got some dark blue. Let's stick with that first. We can have somewhat of a coherent base. I think the rest of this might look all right. We can use, I don't know if I've got any dark blue 2x4s, but if I did, we could use those massive plates, bridging the gap however we can. There we go. Some 4x6s in dark blue. Got any 8x? We do. Oh, we need 6x though. No, we can make do if we've got, what do we need? A 2x4. Let's get some 2x4s then. Oh, so 5 2x4s on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it's better than none. I'll take all 5. Nope, I'll take all 4 by the looks of it. That one don't want to come back. At least I know I've got an extra one if I need it. And to build this, the easiest way, because we're building this as one block, we still want to separate it into the slopes, because by separating it, it's going to give us that stronger clutch power. But didn't I just have a brick separator? Here we go. What I can do is use all 3 of these in the base. We'll work out the slopes and, you know, tile it off towards the end. I think that'd be a bit easier to do. Right. These plates do not want to... Look at this. Look at this brick separator. It looks like it's been mauled. It looks like I've chewed the end of it. I haven't. I don't chew my brick separators. Lego bricks sometimes, but not brick separators. This isn't a very tasty colour. Now, do we have any blue corners? That would be awesome if we did. Dark blue corners. Dark red, dark brown, reddish brown, but no dark blue. Was that dark blue 2x2? Translucent dark blue, or translucent medium blue actually. I don't think that is dark blue. Right. So this is how wide our element on top is going to be. This is the stud depth inside. On the underneath, and make sure we've got some 1x4s across any of these gaps, bridging it. It's sort of like masonry work, real life brickwork. We've got the brick going underneath, and we'll have something going across as well, these gaps. So when we get towards a gap like this, we've got our 1x4s. That's how big it's going to be, filling in that side bit. 4x8 would be nice. Any 4x8 in dark blue? Let's have a look. As you can see, I have no 4x8s, 6x6s. Oh no, but we've got 3 6x8s. No 6x6s. I've continued to sort out this entire drawer unit, and we've only got these little drawers here. Hello there. Thank you. We are upscaling a... Where's the Lego model? I did have the official Lego version. There you go. This is the little Lego speeder, and this is our giant one. And yes, we are going to be building a giant B1 battle droid. I don't know if we'll have time to do it. This is probably the last chance I've got to build this on stream. So anything today... That's why we're starting off with the slope. The slope I have done before for Grogu's hover pram, so this should be fairly quick. And then the last pieces we've got of the actual speeder. Hello there, Marcus. Hello there, Owen. The last parts of the speeder. I forget about this under tile. I don't know how I'm going to do this. We'll have to invert a dish, but I'm not sure how we're going to make that so secure. We're going to have to think of that at the end. Maybe that's something I do off stream. We've got this bar element here, which I'm quite confident we'll be able to do. The lightsaber element as well, which is hopefully as straightforward as the blasters we did. And then this bar element that clips on the top of the speeder, just up here. We've got another element to do. That one is going to be the most difficult of the entire speeder, probably. That and the display stand. Trying to get this thing to stand. The reason I haven't worked on the display stand yet is I'm hoping when we have the lightsabers hanging over here, it kind of counterbalances itself. So the display stand can be more visually appealing rather than actually holding the whole thing up. So this is our STAP so far. Nice rainbow one. And it's only going to get more colourful with the top. All right, let's secure these in. It's going to be hard. Actually, this is going to be nearly impossible to secure this in because I don't own a 4x8 in dark blue. So we're going to have to use a 2x4 and a 4x6. And they're not the most secure connections. We'll definitely have to place this. Add some plates on top. And then because this is a slope, how did the slopes work? Did we go up 6? Or did we only go up 3? Oh, we might have only gone up 3. Okay. If we've only gone up 3, we need to put the slopes in the side here. These can't fit. It's a good thing I spotted that when I did. Imagine we'd built the whole thing. So we can add, there you go, we can add the 2x4s on the side. It really sucks that there's no, do I not have any 2x8s? Oh, I do have 2x8s. Yes. Right, it doesn't suck anymore. Let's get one of these on because the 2x8 will go the whole length. And then we can add, oh, I don't have a 4x4. Have I checked? Let's put these back. If I had a 4x4 to fill the gap on this side, it would save using two 2x4s. Hello there, Alton. I did have my bag of 4x4s out earlier. Yeah, no, load of blues, but no dark blues. This isn't all of them, this is half of them, but the other bag's just straight up greys, blacks, whites, you know, all your common colours. So we're going to need a second. Oh, a 2x12's a shout. A 2x12 would go the whole length, but again, probably don't have one in dark blue. Only one way to find out. To find the drawer. No, again, blue. I actually have a 2x12 in blue. And I have 6x6s in blue. 6x8s in blue. 4x8s in blue. This is why I want to build it in blue. I might recolor this. Some point in the distant future, this might be blue. Because securing this is going to be... The plates all line up. But securing this is going to be a pain in the bum, isn't it? It's going to be very hard. Owen is Lego sorting. I should probably be Lego sorting, but I do want to get this finished for June. Good luck. Do you have any sorting tips? Any sorting tips you'd like to share? I am definitely thankful for my Lego sorting tray. If anyone's looking at getting one of those, I'm going to be using that because I have a big bag of Lego now that hasn't been sorted. And it makes it light work, honestly, light work sorting through that. Right, I might need more bricks. How many more? Two 1x2s or a 1x4. Or both, just in case I need one later. And this is where the slopes go. Right, so we'll start off with a blue. And then we'll start off with blue. And then we're filling this. We want it to look blue from the outside. So I'm going to stack it up with blues, despite the various colours we're going to be using on the front of this. But on the inside, at the bottom, we've only got 2 plates. So I'll probably use grey. I don't think there's any other colour I have more of than grey for plates. What could we use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a 10. Oh, a 10x8. They don't do 5x8s. They do 10x4s though. But if a 10x8 does exist, yes please, I'll be having some of that. I don't think 10x8s exist. I'm going to go out on a limb. 10x6s in abundance. 10x6s and then a 2x10. That could be good. All right. Your main is you don't sort by color if you have 50k plus pieces. You sort by piece. You own a load of pieces, so you sort by piece. That's what I'm trying to get to grips with. So I've started sorting by color for plates, for tiles, What else? Actually, anything that's in these drawers I do sort by colour. Even if they're clip elements, I sort by colour because a lot of the elements, plates, tiles can be used. You need a 1x4. Sometimes that can be two 1x2s. But I do agree, some pieces can't be sorted by colour. At the minute, I've got all my bigger bricks, my 2x2s, my 2x4s sorted by piece, because usually it doesn't matter what colour they are, they're hidden inside this. I've got a few bricks inside this. I think we went with pink in the end. But it's nice to... I think the best way of sorting Lego, if you are still finding a way, if you found a way to sort your Lego, stick with it. That's all I can say. Hello there, Chronic Gaming. Stick with it and try not to change your mind. But if you're looking for a way, I think the best way is to use both. Some pieces, you might have a lot of an element in, 5 different colors. You could probably break them into their own drawers. However, if you don't have a lot of any specific color, if you don't have a lot of any specific color, maybe they can all share a tub, and vice versa. If you don't have a lot of any specific piece, but you have, a few 1x1s in that color, 1x2s, maybe it is worth branching out into separate storage. And then I've started sorting by piece and colour. That drawer on the bed behind me, right there, is filled with bags that are broken down into colour piece, as little as I can break them down into sizable bags. I don't want 5 parts in a bag, but as long as they can have their own bag, they've got their own bag. The only issue with having that much Lego is you spend too much on containers and drawers. Sometimes it feels like you're spending as much as you are on the Lego, doesn't it? It does. Welcome back to the channel members, Chronic Gaming. Thank you for you have been a member. I'm not imagining that. Yeah, there you go. Name tile in orange, halfway up. If you would like to join the members board, 99p per month, and you get your own 3D printed tile, as well as a few other perks like the channel Discord. And there's plenty more. Check it out. Join button just down below. I've stopped trying to spend on Lego storage. I am still in the market for a few of these drawers because I think having more drawers means more Lego. Really, more drawers, more Lego. But you can never have too many drawers. Just like you can never have too much Lego. It's getting there. Plates. Yeah, I think 6x10 and a 2x10. That would cap it up for the most part. I thought I had more 4x10s, honestly. Oh, is that what these are? Oh, I thought these were 4x12s. They're not. Amazon sells them for around £40 for 60 drawers. How much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So these are 16 drawers that are about 8.5 studs high, based on this plate. It's the only measurement we need. 8.5 studs high, which is perfect for the Ziploc bags. And these 16, I think were a little cheaper than that, but I have to have a look on Amazon because that's where I've got these shelves from as well. You can get some really 30 units. You just have to be careful with which ones we're buying. Lego isn't that heavy, thankfully. 1, 2. Maybe we don't need to fill these bricks out. I will admit, this unit, this speeder right here, is filled. Apart from the bricks that are hollow on the inside, this whole thing is filled with bricks and pieces. Maybe we don't need to fill it out. Maybe if we just plate down this section, we can add little supports in the middle. I'll be honest, I hadn't thought of that, and I might have just solved my 3D printing dilemma. I'll have a think on that. That might just work. Oh, the orange and black ones. Oh yeah, that probably is about what I spent on them, to be fair, because I know over in the US, there's a name brand of those drawers, and they're so expensive. These ones are from Homebase. You can't get them anymore. which pros and cons, because instead of these ones, they sell them with all the little drawers. And I don't know if the little drawers, like having full top to bottom little drawers, I don't know if that'd be better or not. Because a lot of the bigger drawers, I have to admit, I do half and half. Let's grab a drawer at random. There you go. They've got a different element in the back than they do at the front. 1x2 cheese slopes at the front and 1x10 slopes, I think these are, at the back. So maybe the little drawers, they give you a few more drawers. If you're sorting by colour or specific piece, they probably would be better. That's not 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 39. 39 drawers, that is. So you've probably got bigger drawers at the bottom on the Amazon one. That'd be helpful for some pieces. What I was getting at with the 3D printing, so I have been racking my mind recently with how I can 3D print these brick-built bricks. Because each of these giant brick elements, like this not brick, are built with little Lego bricks. I'm sure most of you have been following along. And when I 3D print this giant slope, it's going to take me, if I were to 3D print it, it would take me, I think it was 10 hours? 10 hours to 3D print just this slope on the front. It's the biggest element that we've brick built so far out of all the models. It might take just as long as Rex's torso if I was printing, maybe that's got a few more pieces, but it's a bit of a different shape. And if I were to hollow out the middle of it, so there's a lot of 3x3s and 2x6s on the side here which run all the way through. Well, the 3x3s don't run all the way through, but there's a lot of pieces running all the way through. And if I was to swap them out with a 1x2 or a 1x3, that would save a lot, but you're still printing the actual bricks on the inside. And that still doesn't work. Still doesn't work. I'm not entirely sure. There's got to be a way that I could print just the exterior of this. I've had a little look. So I've got a Bamboo Lab printer and I've had a little look on their software. There's a vase mode, but there doesn't seem to be any real way to go about just printing hollow structures. I've messed around, tried to build it on CAD, on Blender, and there's no real way that I've found to just print the hollowed out. There's a few ways that could work, but especially using parts from Studio and that, they're not perfect bricks, so they end up looking a bit weird actually. There's got to be a way. We just haven't thought of it yet. But for this, we can grab like a 1x strip here, maybe even double it up, then go into bricks on the next layer. And that should keep it looking the same from the outside, but give it a bit more structure on the inside. Oh, already out of these 1x3 slopes. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Do we have 3 of any others? Oh, green. That'll work. We have 9. 9 of these green ones. There we go. Doesn't look too bad, to be fair, with the dark colours. Hello there, Coruscant Guard. Finally a Star Wars builder. Yes, massive Star Wars builder that doesn't know when to stop. Looks like the range sells those orange units for 20 quid. Oh, I mean, I don't have more room for them, but I might have to check that out. That's not bad, 20 quid. And then, what do we need? Oh no, we could settle with just 1 plate. Because we're looking at 2 of these. So we've got a brick at the bottom for that half a brick at the bottom of the slopes, because we are building the 1x2 slopes. We've got 2 1x3s, 1 1x4 and 2 tiles on top. And for that, we're going to need our grey plates. Maybe some of the bigger ones, but we'll start off small. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easiest way to count studs. Well, actually, the easiest way to count studs is to get a desk mat like mine which I am selling this desk mat, link in the description if you're interested. But the easiest way is to find the middle point, and then once you've found the middle point of your studs, hold it up and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just double it. And there's a 1x10 plate. That's how I do it. It does mean you have to find the middle of bricks and plates, which isn't always the easiest to do. But once you start doing it, I'm sure you'll pick it up. Without long, you'll know exactly. Is that halfway? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So it's a 12x12 slope plate brick. At the minute, it's a plate. Giant build. Very handy when you count in, especially if you go to like 16x2 plates. No one wants to count 16 studs. 23% off at the minute. Still not bad. Full price is, well, add an extra third onto that, 26, 7, something like that. Not bad. Pretty good, actually. Thought the Yoda in the back was Lego. You imagine it wouldn't be that soft if it was Lego, would it? I imagined it for a second and regret it. Lego could sell plush bricks. I know they sell this one's Lego. Well, it's not Lego, but it is Lego at the same time. Which one am I looking for? Right, it's here somewhere.
Which one are you looking for?
The Lego minifigure. I'm not giving too much away.
Do you want me to grab it?
Yeah. I have no idea where it is. It's pending. It's on its way. There is a Lego minifigure one that I found. And there's a few like Star Wars ones as well that I'm yet to pick up. I'm yet to really see. We've seen them in the Lego store. They're always so expensive. And now we need 2 plates. Same plate but double. It's nice when you're using the 1x10s. I never use these bricks. And rather than doubling up, right, here's another way to save. Here we are. That's a Lego minifigure that's plush. I guess not a Lego brick, but it's still a Lego minifigure. Got the Lego dimensions almost. And it's an old CMF, I think this one is. The butterfly girl with the wings. Cool wings. Bet that's a cool Lego element. The only soft upscale brick you know is in backpack form. Oh, the massive backpacks. I still want the backpack that folds up into the littler bag. And I don't know why. It just looks so cool. But yes, I almost picked up those backpacks. And there's also suitcases, isn't they? I don't think the suitcases were sold directly from Lego, through Lego. Oh, the fairy minifigure, not butterfly. But yeah, there were suitcases that looked pretty cool, which were slightly different. The backpacks looked fun. Both out of Jango Fett's ship. Oh, the sunlight's gone. Well, where is it? Here it is. I'm going to have to say Jango Fett's, not just because I've got the UCS version here, but also Attack of the Clones, my favourite movie, has to be Jango Fett. And we are building this 10k subs, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out. You've all been telling me how good that build is. Finally, we'll get to build it. Let me turn on a light. There we go. Did nothing. The sunlight's so bright. There we go. A little bit brighter. Oh, sun's come back out now. Rather than using 2 of these 1x10s, just to finish my trailer thought from earlier, I'm going to add 2 1x1s in the corner and maybe a 1x2 underneath. I feel like a 1x10 is stretched out enough that it needs that centre support. There we go, a little table. And that'll be holding the slopes. In green. Green. Oh, we use all our colourful ones here, don't we? Definitely will sub. And it's only getting better because when we hit 1,000 subscribers, I made a pledge. It's actually the reason we're building these upscaled models. I made a pledge that at 100,000 subscribers, I would build a minifigure scale Star Destroyer, and we're going to be building it the exact same. So think like UCS Venator, which has been thrown around, but with bricks this big. I've got a lot of building to do, that's for sure. And we won't be mixing it up and making it rainbow. I would like to order in all the parts for that. Definitely want to go all in on that project. I think that's going to be awesome. You have 2 lights put in your Lego room in case one blew, you still have the other light. It's quite a good idea. It saves having to work in the dark, because I used to, when I just had to draw units behind the door, the light is right above me. The regular room light. I know we've got a load of lights around the room, but the regular room light is over here. And whenever I was over there, I would not be able to see in those drawers. It would not help me one bit. So I had this little, I think I've shown this off before as well. I had this little press light that I would use. I end up using my phone light most of the time, because it's so hard looking around Lego drawers, especially this small, trying to find the pieces you need in darkness. You might as well just wait for the sun to come back up. During the day, it's lovely. But then when the light used to go out, no chance. Right, what did I need? 2. And we could use more bricks here. Something like that. But I don't know how high these are going to hold up. Panels would work so well. I don't think I have any like dark blue police vans that use panels. Manage 8 bags of the Falcon. Oh, good luck. It's a really nice build. It's nice to see you building Lego. Yeah, Lego is a great form of therapy. These streams used to be called Lego Star Wars Therapy. We don't always do Star Wars. We don't always do Lego. But I think it still applies. It is very therapeutic. No matter what's going on, you can always turn to a Lego set, a Lego build, any sort of model, and just clear your mind. But the Dark Falcon's a good build. I want to revisit it and fully clear out the interior. Maybe add a little pathway through to the cockpit as well. Try and clear into that. What do we need? 4. Oh, 1x10 brick would come in handy. Hey, 1x10 brick? No? No 1x10 bricks? 1x8? It's close. Close, but not 1x10. Oh, unless, let's try and work this out. 1x8 with 2 1x1s. That might work. Currently working on Lego set 75378, the 2 clones, 1 bark speeder, and a Jedi. Oh, 2 clones, 1 75378. I feel like I've looked at that recently. What did I say? 75378? Yeah. Oh, yes, the Order 66 bark speeder. I still want to build. I'm going to build it at some point. I haven't found it on sale yet though, and I was expecting it to. Well, no, I've seen the sale sign. I haven't seen it stocked on sale yet, and I know Amazon have it for some money off. I'm just looking for. If it was like half price, something silly like that, I would pick it up instantly. Thank you for subbing, Coruscant Guard. It's just knowing that as soon as I cave in for the 20-30% off, it's going to be a little cheaper, isn't it? Found it at Walmart. Got a lighting kit to fit as well. I'd love to get a lighting kit for an official set. R2-D2 would be the one. Once I give... oh, there you go. There's R2. Once I give R2-D2 the slopes back from the giant Grogu. Once I 3D print that one, and I can replace the slopes, I'll have to have a little look if there's any light kits. Because I know like my bricks have one, but they're pretty pricey. I'd probably just get one off Amazon. I live in the UK, Coruscant Guard. No Walmarts? Whoa. I mean, I guess everyone has a nearest Walmart. Ah. But my nearest Walmart is a boat ride away. Very expensive as well. If I ever find myself over in the States, I have to check out, because I see Walmart, Targets, so many Star Wars, so many Lego sales actually, not just Star Wars. All the Ninjago sets that I'd pick up if they were that cheap. We have a few stores over here. Smith's is usually quite good. I think they've had it on sale for quite some time, and they've had it down from, it's £25 here in the UK. They've had it down to like 20 quid. Some places 19 or 18.99. I'm just waiting for that £15. That's when I swoop in. It's like 40% off. Not bad for a Lego set. 2, 3. Oh, I need 10. No, I'd need 2 1x5s. Or, oops. Could instead build it out 1x6s and 1x4s. Don't know if this will be enough support, but at least it's supported. Hello there, Liam. Great snow blizzard. Do you think your nearest Walmart would also be in the US? Yeah, I don't know if there's any other Walmarts dotted around the world. There might be the odd one here and there, but yeah, no longer have a Toys R Us, but it is online, which I don't think many people realize. They're just not as good sales for Lego, especially, and all the other leading toys. They're not as good as they used to be. I think when it was in person, you get certain stores have too much stock or they don't sell it. You see it with Argos here in the UK. They'll have some random store up north that will have all these sets on sale where no one in the area is picking them up, especially if it's a set that you can't pick up more than one of. So they reduce them. Sure, a few people probably go traveling for them. 1, 2, and a 1. But it's a long way to go for a Lego set. Oh, perfect. There's a lot of plates to stack. No more bricks. Oh. 1x4s, no. Shame I don't have more 1x6s. That's something I'll probably have to pick up on the pick and build wall. Some 1x6s. You think they did have them in Germany? Ooh, but not anymore. Is it the R2-D2 that came with Darth Malak? Yes, it is. The one that the back of this R2, let's have a look. The back of this R2 has been stripped bare. With the light, it looks pretty good because it's all white plates underneath, but there's meant to be slopes here. There you go, you can see it a bit better with the grey peeking through. And we've stripped the slopes for our giant Grogu build, which is the last upscaled build we did for May. I'm going to start a new one for July. This is built out of tiny Lego bricks except for the head, which is 3D printed, painted, and will be carried across when we 3D print the rest. But rather than just 3D printing big Lego bricks, because everyone does that, I thought I would, not everyone, but other people do that. I thought I would be 3D printing my giant brick-built bricks instead, so I can keep them on display and reuse the Lego bricks for the next model. Because 3D printer filament, as we found out, is a lot cheaper than Lego. Like a lot, it's not even close. Rooted for Toys R Us. Toys R Us was good. I definitely spent more time in the Smiths though, but that was only because a Smiths was near me. And no matter where I was, there was a Smiths closer than a Toys R Us. There weren't loads of Toys R Us's near me. I think that might have not helped them. Smiths beat them to a load of different stores. No dark blue 2x2. Whoa. Nope, there's none there. There's a load of 1x2s. Alright. Let's see if we can at least break out the bottom of it. Probably show this off. Got your Dark Falcon and Onyx Cinder lighting kits from a site called Game of Brick. Oh, that's like half the price of Lightmite bricks, isn't it? Maybe even more. I'll have to check them out. Not half bad. I did get a few more light up sabers. I'm sure you've all seen the video by now. A few more light up sabers. And these aren't branded. These are just from someone that, as far as I was aware, was just getting rid of their light up sabers. Is that clone helmet plastic or Lego? It isn't brick built. It is a 3D printed helmet with a working visor. It does fit. I've worn it a few times and there's a few shorts, if you can find them, of it being worn. But yes, it's my first 3D printing project. Go big or go home, hey. Smiths usually have 20% offsets quite quickly. As in now, let's have a little look actually. Because Smiths usually for Star Wars and Lego sets will reduce a set once it's been out for like a month or so. So we've got no money off the Coruscant Guard gunship. Really? Nothing? Not a penny? Full price? Apparently it's a rare set. They've got the Falcon down to 600, which is 135 off the Falcon. 3POs got £35 off. That's not a bad price. R2's like a third off. The Walker's reduced. What isn't reduced? The gunship, Jabba's salvage, not Windu, Darth Maul Sith Infiltrator, Windu Sith Infiltrator, the Executor, Superstar Destroyer MIDI Scowl, the AT-AT helmet, Django helmet, come out a month and a bit ago, nearly 2 months ago, that's reduced. All the May sets seem to be reduced, including Chopper. Got a tenner off. I've seen a few better prices jotting around. What's we got? 5. Oh, the 3 June sets are also not reduced. So there's 8 sets that aren't. K2 and the Advent aren't out yet. Everything else seems to be reduced by nearly a third. Oh no, sorry. 4 Plus Mando N1. That's full price as well. Everything else is reduced. The 187th tank isn't in stock. I think that retired a bit ago now. Also contemplating adding one of their soundboards to the Dark Falcon. Oh, that's pretty cool. I would like to see more soundboards. Oh, look at that. And also 20% off your first order. Yes, lovely. Thanks. I'll take that. You have it. I have built the 187th. And I think I reviewed, oh, that must have been one of the first, like the first wave of sets, because that was what, 2-3 years ago? So I must have got that a year or so later. No problem, Owen. Thank you for hanging out. And may the bricks be with you, always. Let's get some one by one. Oh. Oh, or... almost got some 1x1s for the side, but because we need it both sides, you know what? I'm making room for a 1x2. I actually don't think I have a 1x2. Oh dear. No, I don't. All right, 1x1s it is. I want to save some of these because I would like to build a TARDIS. If I am going to rebuild the Lego City or build another version of it, I would like to build a TARDIS to go in there. And I've got a few good ideas how I can make that work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No 6s. That looks like a job for a 4 and a 2. And tomorrow we will be playing Repo. I think that will still be at the same time as it usually is. A bit later on than this. But going forward, I might stream a little bit early. We'll see how it goes. I know I might mix it up. I might mix it up because there's a few different audiences across the world. Might not be able to make certain times. Tomorrow we've got Repo, and then I'm going to be working on for the end of the month, there's 2 builds that I want to do this month. One of which is going with the last set that we've just finished building, the trash compactor. I can't believe when recording that video, I didn't record that video. I didn't hit record. It's done it so many. Harper, how could you? Hand on head. No, I did it. You know exactly when it's going to happen. You pop up. Anyway, hello there, Harper. Hello there, Not a Spy. It's going well, thank you. And then the other build is to do with the slave one. I want to get it done. The reason I'm doing it at the end of the month is because we are dangerously close to 10k subs. And I want to get it done before building the UCS slave one that I just showed off. And I also want to finish off the other slave one builds as well. I might get a few. I might recolor them. I said I weren't. I said I was going to keep them as Boba Fett colors. I might recolor them. Get a different size of everything. It's a shame the official TARDIS is expensive. It is, and it is very expensive. I've had a little look. The minifigures I'm not too fussed about because I'd make my own custom ones. But the TARDIS set, to get the actual box, would be awesome. And that's definitely not in my budget. It's a really nice set though. It has held up. Right, what do I need? 1x4. 4 and a 2. Oh. There we go. I'm going to use this slope here to hold on the back. And then we can tile off the top just on top. That looks quite nice actually. And this is the 2 1x2 slopes with a 1x2 plate connecting them. So this is like a 3-in-1 brick. We've already built the other ones, so I've tried to save on the Lego bricks. Maybe that's what we could do. Just merge the bricks together. We've had to do it with some of them, like these 6x6 plates here. That would make it a little lighter for when we're building that Technic stand for it. 1, 2, 3. No, smaller. Just about that big. Not half bad. Hello there, Anthony. Do I have an ATTE? I got the recent one with Cody in. I have broke it down, but with the new turbo tank coming out, I want to go back and build all the old turbo tanks. And I think it'd be awesome to do that for not just the turbo tanks, but the ATTEs. So I might go back and see if I can get some of the old ones as well. But I do have the new one, yes. Not on display. It's on display in the drawers. It's broken down. I tend not to keep sets built for too long, so I can use all the parts, like all the AATs that have gone into this brick right here. Let's just hope I've got enough tiles to finish off the top. Oh, right, we'll clean that up in a sec. Red on top. The way I sort by colour is red is on the top row. So we've got dark red, red, orange, and the million different yellows. I put blue on the next row. So starting off dark blue, blue, and all the million more different shades of blue. Then we got dark green, green, and there's actually quite a few different shades of green. Some of these drawers have 2 colours, purple into pink, and then we have our browns, which I've just spilt. Our dark browns, our nougats, our tans and dark tans have too many plates, and same with their tiles. Both of them have big drawers. So we've got our black, dark bluish grey, light bluish grey, dark tan, light tan, white, and even red. Wait, does red have 2 drawers? Oh no, translucent red is in the little drawer. Normal red is in the bottom one. Keep eyeing up the Doctor Who set when it crops up on a Facebook group. Yeah, it's not a cheap one. It's a very expensive one. So 120 with no box. I think that'd be the easiest way to get it. I forgot the tiles. To get it no box. No minifigures is probably pretty cheap as well, which could be a good way of getting the sticker sheet. But then you're paying more for the minifigures. That mic is awesome. Thank you. Yeah, this is a DJI mic and it's magnetic, so it clips to any shirt or anything I'm wearing. I did the tiles today, so you'd think I'd know where I put them. Not got used to it yet. Do have some 1x6s. Alright, might need a few bricks and plates in the middle of this. Oh wait, I still got the plates. Might just need a brick or two. So let's go with 2. 3. Okay, let's go with 3. I wanted 2. And this little stand, yeah, so we need 2 bricks and a plate. And that's to hold up the 1x6 tiles just in the middle. Let's put you back. The one thing that I would recommend if you are building anything in Lego, put the parts back. I can't stress that enough. I never do it. I don't think I ever will put the parts back. I have pieces all over the desk at most times. I'm actually quite good at the minute, but there's always some sort of part. It's not where it should be. There we go. And that will hold up the blue tiles on the top. No, no, I am not doing it. Not again. Fool me once. And for the bottom, we could have a round brick in there, but it is going to be hidden. So we'll see what we get left with at the end. Now the next brick, that's 3. 3 in 1, and it's only been 50 minutes. All right, we're doing this today. I really want to get working on the B1 Battle Droid. I don't have the pieces in tan, but it's going to look real funny rainbow, that's for sure. I think the next one's got to be the piece to connect these. See if we can connect them. So we already know the clip and bar element is going to be using these 2x2 round bricks. Oh no, I broke it, the tension's too good. All right, let's see if we can slot them in. There we go. So that's going to be the bar element in there. And let me make sure I'm not covering the entire build. There we go. And this is going to sit on top, just like this. I'm not sure I like the colours, the dark blue and the brown. But in terms of the shape, which is really what we're going for, this will all be blue or brown or however we want to build it at a later date. In terms of the shape, it's looking like the STAP. There we go. There we go, that's a better angle. And that's compared to the minifigure scale one with the Battle Droid down here. The Battle Droid's going to look awesome. I'm liking the blasters on the side as well. Do have a little bit of rotation. Thank you, thank you. It is going quite cool. Yes, Nightbot is a robot that pops up every 30 minutes, I think. And then next is the bar element. How are we going to get these on the side? Because with the 1x1 that we used for Grogu, let me grab Grogu and see if we can pull it off without pulling the whole thing apart. So with Grogu's bar element just at the bottom, because this does still function like a regular Lego build, I guess, we do have Technic holding in the middle bit. Oh, we did stud this down just for a bit more security, but we got Technic holding in the side. The Technic, it's all in white. It's all in white. It's not showing up. We do have Technic in there. And we could build, I guess it's the same, isn't it? It's the same for a 1x2. We've just got to build out the edges. So we've got to mimic this. Let's put the clip back on Grogu so we know which way that goes around. There we go. Grogu can sit there for now. This skeleton is 3D printed, so this will be something like what the droid looks like, just a little bit bigger. Have to do it in tan though. And then this 1x1 with the bar element, all we need to do is stretch it out so that this plate goes 3 studs to the left, 3 studs to the right, and then 3 studs. How would we do 3 studs? We could do a bracket, because the sides don't need to spin. We could do a bracket, which gets us that half stud, and then 2 bricks and a tile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, a bracket, 2 bricks, and a tile. We already know how we're doing the ends. Now let's just get work on the rest. Did I get... I did. These pieces. We only need 5. There we are. Have I started the B1? Not yet. We are starting it as soon as I finish the next. So we've got this element. We've got a lightsaber. We've got the piece that bridges the 2. And then we've got the B1. Hopefully we get it done all today in this stream. If the battle droid is going to be rainbow, that's a good idea. That's a great idea, actually, the rainbow battle droid, because next month we're also building another droid. So we could save an accurate droid. I mean, next month's is going to be a Geonosis droid, so that's even better. That's going to require some paint. All the elements do not exist in that sand. It's just a sand color, isn't it? That sandy sand color. So maybe we will have to rainbow this one up. That could be fun. Definitely got enough pieces for that. Finally, someone focusing on the droids. Yes, give us more droids. Well, Lego Herd and Lego are giving us more droids, but they're charging... How much is the new B1? Is it 75 or is it even more than that? I think it's quite cheap. 75 per droid. We wanted a battle pack. We didn't want a £75 battle droid. Order 66 set is difficult. Oh, the bark speeder is this. Because of the length. Does he even read this? Yes, I do read most. Sometimes I do miss a chat. I apologize for that. But I do read most of them. How much for the B2? How much to build? It's going to be pretty expensive. Grey is a nicer colour. I do want to build a B2 at some point. I don't know if it was your comment that you left on the video. Someone asked to build the original Droid battle pack in the upscaled size, and I would love to do it to a B2. I think that'd be so much fun, especially with the B1, because the B1's mainly clips, isn't it? Clips, bars, and other accessories, which you can't see because of the sun. Let's get rid of the sun a little bit for now, just so I can show off. There we are. All the different clip. I guess you got the stud on the back as well, but that's pretty straightforward. Whereas the B2 is, what, 3 clip elements, but then the rest of it is just a custom element. And then the funnest bits to build upscaled, because it's not as straightforward as just a few plates with a hole on it or some sort of technical clip mechanisms like we've got at the top here. It's completely different, and that's going to be a lot of fun to work with. How much does the new B2? Oh, the B1 and the STAP. Let's have a little look. Let me get the official site up just so we know it is the correct one. The battle droid with STAP is £120. I mean, yeah, 75 would really just be the droid, wouldn't it? A giant mech, which is all the droid is. That'd be quite cool, a giant droid mech. But 120? That's like R2-D2. That's an ATTE. That's a gunship. 129. 120 is a lot. I mean, it's for a different audience. It's not really for us playset fans, is it? That's a lot, though. Oh, wow. £120. What do you know? Have I started parting out Shredder's bike set yet? I haven't, for the speed build. I haven't. That's something else that's on my list to do. And it is on the list. It's on the list. It's happening eventually. Eventually. But that'll probably be next month. I would like to finish this by the end of the month. And like I said, there's a few other little builds that are on my list I just haven't got around to building yet. Excited for that Django build though. That'll definitely go to my giant Camino display that I'm working up to. So here's the bar elements. This will fit in just there. It's a shame that there's no way to cushion this a bit more, because even though it clips in, it falls out and goes rolling. We need like an extra bit of padding on this brick to get it to stop rolling about. So it's just a little too much give in Lego bricks sometimes, but maybe that's where the Technic will come in. Is there any other way we can cushion the Technic? Round it off at the top? Because this needs to be, what, 4 studs wide? 4 studs wide. Maybe we could play around with the brackets. 2 by 4s, 1 by everything else. And this is in light bluish grey, is it? Yes. Imagine that was dark bluish grey and we've been getting all these pieces. If I could bring back an original Lego theme, what would it be? I would love to see Castle. Give it another go. I'm not a massive Castle fan. I think if I had to bring back a theme for me, it'd be space. But I'd put Castle above it because of how many castle sets Lego are still making. I'd want it to have another go, because I think Lego might be surprised at just how well it might do. They might be. It might not work like Nexo Knights. I'd love to get a proper space set. I wouldn't count the space pack that came with Benny, with all the other astronauts, as a classic space set, and I haven't got any of the icon set either. But it'd definitely be space for me. Brackets. I kept the grey brackets out, and all my other brackets I think are in one of these. No, I didn't. The grey big brackets. The little brackets are in here. Aha. And then Technic bricks, but I don't know if there's a grey Technic piece. The Technic piece that's in here is 1 pin and 2 axles long. I don't know if we've got that in grey. We might not have that. Could do with a tyre incorporated into those giant clips. Oh, I could do. And there probably is, knowing Lego, there probably is a tyre that fits around these 2x2s. The hard part would be finding a tyre that fits around these 2x2s and into a technical 2x2 hole. We'd need a thin tyre or a rubber band. Or a rubber band. I have a few rubber bands from, you know, the many Poe and Luke X-Wings that we've had. I don't know if I've got any at hand, so I might have to go get a non-Lego rubber band. Hello there. Hello there, Murphy. Lego Murphy fan. You're scared right now. No need to be scared of Lego bricks, not in this stream, hopefully. Where did the Technic and slopes, that's what we go for first. Rounded Technic though. Rounded off pinhole Technic bricks. And, oh no, here we go. I was going to say, and we could get away with using multiple colours on the inside. We can't because there is a little corner. Oh, the sun's come out again. There is a little corner showing through. We might have to get rid of this sun. It's getting to that part of the day, is it? There we go. A little bit of the Technic brick showing through. The forest is burning near your house. Well, 2 kilometers away, but that's still pretty near for a fire. Well, I hope you stay safe. And hopefully you two can build some Lego, take your mind off things. If you're able to. I wouldn't recommend staying behind if you've been told to evacuate, but Take a little Lego build with you. And then we could just have an axle going the whole way through, couldn't we? Am I overcomplicating it with a bracket? Not the axle. Maybe. But what length axle do we need? Longer than that? Well, actually, this is the longest that fits in the bag. I can't go longer than this. Unless I split it up. And we could use these annoying pieces from the AT-AT. I think that might work perfectly. Have I seen the human scale castle set that Nate from the internet is building? I have not. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. The human scale castle set. Lego castle human scale. That should come up. Okay, those bricks are a bit bigger than ours, aren't they? Only seen it from the thumbnail. Let's have a little look. I might use two of these. Might use two of the grey ones as well. Although, I don't know if either of these are going to blend in well with white. Right. There's the little castle. How big? Oh, this is play scale, really. When you think about it, you know, for a kid to play in, this is the ultimate play scale. Not half bad. And it locks in. That clutch power must be not far off Legos. Well, nice. I like the piece by piece base plate. Is this what we've got to build up to? Something this scale for the giant UCS Venator? And be able to hop in, give it an engine, give it some wheels. I can't believe I haven't seen this pop up. That's not bad. It is, isn't it? Alright. Giant axles. Here we go. Now, this will be held in. I don't know if this will... Does this hold? It does hold. But how strong does it hold? I guess this will hold a bit stronger because we're going to have these plates connected. So there's our middle bar. And then there are our other side bars. So this is how it differs to the original piece that we made. But besides this, it's then the same from here. How are we going to connect this? Oh, no, it's not. Is it the same? Oh, yeah, it is. It's just a 1x2 brick. That's not meant to happen. Let's get this connected before it breaks down anymore. All right. You can go back with Grogu, unless we need you. In which case, stay near. We need you. 2x2. 6x12, isn't it? 6x12. See the smoke from here. That is the one time you don't want to be saying that. Who was behind me a second ago? That is my fiance, who helps out behind the scenes on this channel. Also moderating this stream. Thank you very much. The bricks were 3D printed. Yeah, bigger 3D printer as well. I think this 3D printer, the biggest I can print is actually a 3x3 in this scale, which is a little smaller, so probably not far off. I'll have to see if maybe one day we can just print massive. We go as big as we can, print as bigger bricks as we can, not 1x1s. We want them to stack and see what we can build out of them. We have built some giant Primo bricks, which I think I've got laying around somewhere. Just got to find them. 6x16. That's what we need. Plate on the bottom. So we should probably build this all with plates. And then can use some corner plates to hold it all together. All right. 1x4. I'm gonna pair these off with a 1x4. I could use a bigger plate but I think a 1x4 is all we need, because then I can 1x4, 1x4, and that will be the 12 across of the studs that we need. 1 to 6 scale means that a 1x2 is going to be a 6x12, and that's how long our plate needs to be. Well, a little wider, but we got the length there. Right, and then 1x3s as well. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Right on top. What printer do I have? I have the Bamboo Lab Mini, the mini one. I don't know what one it is. Hello there, Alexis. So this is a custom model based off that Lego set. I'm not a part of LAN, so I didn't get the set early. We're building that set with this little speeder, but a lot bigger. So these are the Lego bricks. Maybe one day we'll build the rest of the set in this giant scale. This is 216 times bigger. So that's why I'm building it before the set comes out 1st of June. Bit of free advertisement. I should be charging Lego, shouldn't I, really? Nate designed the system so he could print components, support less, and build nearly any size brick. Once you've got it going, same goes with this. Once I started building it for Grogu, I started looking at all the different bricks that you could make in this similar size. The A1 Mini, thank you, Chronic. Yep, purple, A1 Mini, that's the one. That's what this one is here. All I really need for printing bricks, the biggest I have printed hasn't used the full size of the base, but probably something like a Primo brick, which is pretty big. Just smaller than this scale, if you are looking at how big that is. But yeah, I usually print a lot smaller bricks, and I prefer the FDM printer to a resin printer because it's so much cheaper. It's not even on the same, it's not the same board game of cheapness. This is so much cheaper than a resin printer. Resin is as expensive as ink half the time. 2 by 1 by, and then here's the rest of the bricks that will connect together with a plate on top. Maybe even a brick. Some 2x6s going along there will be quite nice. And then we've got, oh, and then we do need the 6th round 2x2. Is that's what goes in the middle? We did that with the 2x3 or the 1x3. Which piece did we do it with? Yeah, it was with the 1x3. Just in there, there's a 2x2 round brick, which are for plates, 1x plates. These little circles, represented by these, massive. And that'll go just in the middle. 2x6s maybe. Maybe 4 if we've got them. Maybe 6 if we're just using all of them. None in grey. This will do. And then we'll sandwich this out, kind of like a cake, if you were to go around the edge of the cake and then fill it with jam in the middle. Just without the jam, for efficiency. And then 4x6, 4x6, and a 1x4 still. Can't forget that. Let's take my own advice. Make sure I'm putting all these drawers back as I go. Save me some work later on. So we are the plates drawer down. It's a pretty big drawer. I've put it in the wrong. It's the only thing worse than not putting the drawers away, putting them in the wrong hole. There we go. The A1 Mini has come so far since you bought yours 5 years ago. Yes, the A1 Mini. I before the A1, I had an Aquila. I had an Aquila printer, I believe it was. Been a while since I've used that. I still have the printer. I don't know if I'll ever go back to it though. Put it away once I got the A1 because I thought, you know, if I ever want 2 printers, and then I started using this, and it's so much easier. I was so happy I made the upgrade. Not an ad, not sponsored. It genuinely is just a great printer. And if you're looking at getting into it, looking at starting 3D printing, I do think getting a new printer is going to be so much better than getting an old one. Because the new ones just do everything for you. The big thing between the A1 and the A1 Mini was just that bed. This does, I want to say about 20 by 20 centimeters. And I've just never used that extra space for anything. So it made sense for me to go with the old one. Oh, actually, makes sense to get the 2x4. Where did that go? Might put them away. But the AMS I haven't found a use for, because I just pause, switch out the filament and load another one in with a different color whenever I want to use that. That's the one thing I couldn't justify. An extra like 100 and something for the... I know it's cheaper to get with the printer than separately, but I've still, after years now, or after a year at least, of using the new printer, haven't found a use for it. There's not been one moment that I've turned around and gone, oh, I should have got the AMS. I can't remember exactly what AMS stands for, but it's for multiple coloured prints. So you can load up to 4 different colours, and then it will switch through them automatically. Automatic something something. We'll say an auto bed leveling is a must. Yes, manual leveling is horrendous. When I say that it used to take me 3 weeks just to prepare for a build, it used to take me about 3 weeks to prepare. The print, you'd think you'd level it, and then you'd go to print something, and it turns out it's, for whatever reason, just not leveled at all. And that's not fun whatsoever. I print so much more. Probably in the first few weeks of this printer, I print so much more. Bearing in mind, I did print a helmet, so that took quite a while. But I print so much more than I did with the old printer. Just in the first few weeks. Oh, the 1x2s. AMS stands for Automatic Material System. That makes sense. Thank you. I think that's right. Oh, wait, we should probably tile this up. I do have, look at this, a giant 6x6 tile. That works. If it fits. And then, what do I need? Like a 1x4. Because these are studs. These aren't hollow studs. So this is going to be a round brick. There we go. 2 studs holding that down. I guess we didn't need so many plates. Have I even made part 2 of this not live? I haven't. And I was editing through it. But part 1 was clipped up from the stream. And part 2 was going to be just that, clipping it up from the stream and showing it off. But I'm holding off because I'd rather part 2 be about the entire speeder build. I think if people want to see what happens in the streams, they can watch the streams. I'm still going to show what's being built. But it's easier than clipping up the streams, go back, watch the stream. There's not too much empty space. And even if there is, you skip through it. Watch the parts you're interested in. So part 2 is on its way. And hopefully part 2 will be the finished speeder. Part 3 will be the whole finished project, Battle Droid and the lot. So stay tuned for that. There'll still be videos coming. I haven't forgotten. I've just decided to not clip up streams. Try to get videos their own platform. So hopefully part 2 is even better than part 2 would have been. Hello there. Hello there, Paolo. Right, no drawer is big enough for this. But do I have any 2x6s? No. No 2x6s. This is where sorting by colour comes in handy, because I'm looking for a 2x6 in grey. No 2x6s. In my old drawers, I would have had 2x6s in their own drawer. I know I've got like orange, dark bluish grey. There's a few different odd colours. I think there's like a purple 2x6, but they're not helping me when I want a grey top to this. So looking for a 2x6 in the grey drawer, I can see quite clearly that there's not a 2x6 in there. It's quite a bulky tile, but I can also see that I've got a lot of 1x6s in here, which work just as well, and they're grey. So rather than me having to go to a different drawer, just put the 1x6s down in the 2x6 gaps, and there we are. Whilst I'm here, I can also grab the 1x2s to fill the last few gaps as well. So even though I've had to switch it up, I've still done it all with only one drawer. So it's a very specific case with grey tiles, or any tiles for that matter. But there we have. Nice tiled off top. The rest is going to be slopes. So now I grab my grey slopes. If I can remember where they are. Are they in... Oh no, they're a big drawer. But I'd used them all. Oh, and 2x2s as well. I haven't sorted that drawer out yet. 2x2s are all together. I haven't got round to 2x plates. What is the next 6x project? So the next one's going to have a bit of technicking, because like I said, I would like to do this with bigger, eventually the UCS destroyers. I think they would be awesome 6x. That's quite a bit down the road. I don't have the space or the parts for that yet. But to include some Technic, the next one is a spider droid, which is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of complicated fun, but a lot of fun getting the Technic legs in, and it's the microfighter. It's the microfighter spider droid with the Geonosis battle droid. So I'm going to build the actual set, and then that gives us something like with this speeder to compare it to when we're building it. I don't know how Rainbow will be going with that. I think I'll try to stick this. The thing is with Lego Star Wars is they're very grey models. Even this is grey and brown, which isn't the most colourful. And after building this Rainbow model, I kind of want to build all the upscaled projects in random colours, not specifically rainbows and not any sort of pattern, but just complete random colours, and then at the end change it all to the correct colour. Once we know what pieces we need, swap them all out. I'll be honest, this is probably going to be my favourite brick. This is satisfying to look at. I don't know what it is, but it's satisfying to look at. Well, also, is there any way we can fix the roundedness? Any way at all? Oh, with arches. Maybe. Because an arch would then have... Are they flat at the bottom? Tell you what, rather than breaking that apart, let's have a look at a new one. So they round off to flatness, and then they round and then dig in the top. Oh. Right, so how would an arch work? Give this a go. Where are my arches at? There they are. That's something as well. So this is an element that I've kind of adapted from the Grogu build, but I am looking at improving them as I go on to hopefully get some final versions. I'm pretty happy with the snot brick that we've got, the 1x1. That's better than Grogu's. No offense, Grogu, but it's much better than Grogu's. I'm going to use that going forward. I might even change it going forward. So they're flat at the bottom, so this bit's going to be flat, and then they round off. And to try and get that rounding off, I could rather than, what do I need? An extra plate in the middle. We could use a cheese slope. There we are. Cheese slope on the bottom, and then slope that up. Did I put the plates back? No. No. Hello there, Debia. Ooh. Something like that. There we go. And then we could cheese slope it back down the other side. Or we could even slope it, couldn't we? Possibly. See what this looks like. No, this doesn't look right at all. I might want to put an axle through these sides as well. I think these slopes are a bit too big as well. But the cheese slope, there's something on there. There is something on there. All right, don't need those. Hello there, that unknown guy. Let's have a look what I've missed. I think sorting by shape is better since it's a lot easier to distinguish color than shape. So if you're looking for, I suppose it also depends on what parts you've got, because if it's easier to distinguish color by shape, yeah, that's probably generally true, because in that, where's the tiles? Even the plates, look at the plate. Looking at it, if I was to move this side by side, you'd have trouble distinguishing what plates are which isn't a problem for me because I use all the plates the same. Unless they really need to be a specific plate, I'll mix them up all the time. But there are some cases with the clips. If you were to mix both of these clips, which I've separated front and back of the drawer, if you were to mix these, no, I think I'm arguing your point as well. It's easier to distinguish colour than shape. These would be confusing if these were in the same drawer. One of these is the clip on top, one of these is the clip outside. Yeah, maybe colour is a bit easier. But when I'm sorting by colour, it is only for plates, tiles, and the bricks I don't mind mixing up. Don't mind getting them wrong. What is, yes, the next 6x project is the Droid microfighter, the Spider Droid microfighter with a Geonosis droid. Also building Lego. Nice. What are you building? Let me know. There's flat at the bottom. We got the flat at the bottom. We do need the rounded off, which we could do a slope. We could offset these a little bit. Oh, I think that's what we do in the original Grogu one. I just missed that. Offset these one, is it? And then we tile out as well. So offset these one to match up. There we go. We'll keep the ends off. And then we've also got two of the slopes down the front. You could also use, rather than using the 1x2s, you could also use a 2x2 slope. You'd only need 6 of those instead of 12 1x2s. Probably be cheaper getting some of the bigger elements. And there we are. Something like that with a little 1x2 tile in the middle. We'll have to get that. And the same on the other side. 1x2 plate. And 2 1x2 slopes. Hello there, Luffy. How's it going? Good, good. We're making a lot of progress here. So, oh, that one's. If only they were these ones in the 8080. No, come on. Come on. What other pieces? We can have another stuck axle. Come on. This one we can break apart if we need to, but I'm going to try and get it out without doing that first. No. Which element's going to do it? Oh, we could use a bar element. Yeah, let's try all the other ones. See if the bar can do it. No, all right. Well, we tried it. I guess we've got to break this one down. There we are. This is very similar to a connection we have tried basically all week to break down from the 8080. A lot easier to do. We did that in a couple seconds. Didn't take 13 videos. Hello there, Raven. Hello there, Adventures with Will. It's not looking too... I mean, it was looking better before I dismantled it. 2 slopes and some axles is all we need. Now grey slopes, grey tiles, sorry. Slopes if they're at an angle. Oh, round bricks as well. Which, did we have in grey? I forget what bricks we do and don't have sometimes. We don't. We do have plates though, don't we? Yes. No. Hello. These ones. That's something you've got to be careful of as well. If you keep in variants of the same element like that in the same drawer, one of them with holes, one of them without, make sure you're not mistaking the two. They're very different purposes. We've got the studs on top. There you go. And then just need the axle in the middle. I do have a few longer axles, but the thing with a longer axle is they're weaker. It's better to use two shorter axles where you can, instead of trying to get away with using one longer. These are 7 and 8, aren't they? We need 6 length, maybe 5, maybe 6 length. Which are the black ones? Black and red are even, yellow and grey are odd. What 3D printer do I use? Bamboo Lab, which is, it's the only one really of the new printers I've tried. So I can only say it's the best printer because it's the only one I've used. And I'm not sponsored in any way. It is genuinely one of the best printers I see loads of people using. Bamboo. I think it's also quite affordable for what it does. Oh, just too big. We'll have 1.6 and 1.5. That works because the tile's on top. Oh no. Maybe we'll flip it. This side's got a longer axle. There we are. No? No? Is that? Oh, it's not long enough. We could technique pin it. That's cheating. You and your dad want to start 3D printing. It's an awesome hobby to be into. It's an expensive one at times, but I bulk buy my filament. So if you're happy spending, you know, about, I mean, it only cost me 100, and so if you're happy spending hundreds on filament at one go, 100, 200, that should last you for about a year. About a year. And the reason I say spending so much rather than buying cheaper filaments is because you can get high quality filament for a lot cheaper than if you bought them all separately. I would recommend buying all your filament in bulk and getting the best deal on the best filament. But it's down to you if you, depends what you're going to be doing with it. Down to personal preference, a bit like Lego. You don't have to buy all your Lego straight through Lego. But if you do want the best quality, maybe it's something to look into. I've no experience with a resin printer, but if you do go down that road, please let me know how it is. Because I've been recommended it quite a bit. Missed the first one. How am I? I'm good, thanks. How are you? There we are. Does this stick? The top one doesn't. And I'm not sure why. Does it not stick at all? Oh no, it does. Oh, is this too long? I think this is half a stud too long each side, which is all right because we do want to get the B1 droid holding on. And this clips in here. There we go. And this clips on. Don't break, don't break, don't break. Clips on. Here. Why aren't you going down? Oh, there we go. Here. I'd like it to have a bit more clutch power, but we are working with Lego, very heavy, and we are going to have a slope on the underside as well. for now, is that 5 or 6 plates? Let's size it up. 5 or 6. Or 4. 4 plates? Oh yeah, 4 plates. It's 4 plates just on the side. You can see if I angle it, this is 4 plates tall. I should have given it away. 4 plates it is. Let's lay this down first. And now we've only got our blasters, or lightsaber hilts, which should weigh this down so we could balance it. Can we stand this up at the minute? Oh. All right, this clip might need to be secured a little more. There we are. If I could bracket it down, that would work. But that would also secure it a lot more than the actual set does. Might have to take that one. So, nope, still not weighted enough. Oh, that didn't work. It didn't break apart too much. What's that? Three connectors. 1, 2, and I'm hoping the third one's over here somewhere. Lesson learned, do not let it hold itself. Oh. With a 3D printer, you want to design your own clone legion and make the armor. Oh, that would be nice. That clone helmet is 3D printed. I don't know if you're there for that. That is all 3D printed, which is nice. There it is. All right, so we want you. Where did the one bar? Oh yeah, hold on. No, there is. The little frying pan studs. Where did they go? Did it swallow them? No. They're on the desk somewhere. I said that there's not a lot of Lego on the desk. There isn't. There's a lot of minifigures on the desk. So I'm going to get 2 new ones of those. And I'll find those later. This does really need to be 2 drawers full of bags. I don't think I have another empty one on the go at the minute. We're getting there. Oh. There we go. I don't even think you see it with a... Oh, it's the STAP in the way. Yeah, hello there, Aiden. We're definitely going to need to try some more connections, aren't we? That wasn't very secure. Doesn't matter if it can stand up on itself. If it falls over and it breaks, we need to add a few more studs in there somewhere. And frying pan studs. There we are. Nice big bag full of them. You woke up 20 minutes ago. Nice lay-in. Not far off when I woke up this morning. In the UK, not in America. America time, it'd been crack of dawn. Make it look better then. Right. So we're going to need to reinforce this technique. Ooh. So we use 2 snot bricks in here to get the Technic in. What if we switch that out for just a Technic brick, tile off the top and try to flatten off the bottom? And then that's in the actual brick. That could work. I don't want to pull it apart now, but that would reinforce it when I rebuild this. And that's something good as well. If I am, well, when I am 3D printing this, it's all going to be one long connected piece. So I would have to assume it's going to be nice and secure in that. but we also want this to be secure as a Lego build. There we are. All right. Last Technic brick. This is solid to itself. I think the problem is just that there's nothing holding down these Technic bricks. So if we flip the Technic brick on the side and use one of the double ones, that you're going to have to break the whole model before you break it. I don't like the idea of that. But it means it's going to be nice and sturdy. All right, so we've got that. What else do we have? We've got this. And now we need to do the same thing with them coming out the side. So a 1x2 in dark bluish grey. Let's put you over here, somewhere that I can't accidentally drop you. There you go. Now 1x2 with the bars coming out the side. There's like a plate between them, so we could Technic this one as well. Technic it with, oh, these with the side. Okay, this is gonna work. Gonna need a few more of them, but I think I've bagged most of them. Have a look. There's a few different ways we could do this with Technic. Make sure we're all staying hydrated. Nice and hot outside. But these are going to be handy because we can put the studs in the one stud walls of the 1x2. And we only have 6 on the side. There's the bag. It's going to be a close call. We're going to need some of these in dark bluish grey, which I'm not sure we have. I mean, we've got some droid bodies though. Oh, could these work as the... Oh, that's green. Could these work at the end? Perhaps. And then we'll cap off the ends. Oh, that way we only need one. It'll become clear in all due time. We need some plates, and I think we start building. On bricks. And bricks, that helps. When you're building a brick, you're going to need some bricks. The Clone Wars is great. A full suit of clone armor would be an awesome gift, wouldn't it? Especially because you could tailor it custom to them. So it fits. Be better than any store-bought Disney one. One? No, 2. I must have another bag of these. I thought I had a million of them. Ooh. Wrong drawer, come on now. I put everything back up there. And then 6x6. Got too many of these in dark bluish grey. Need to get rid of some. There's nothing going underneath this, so we don't actually need to build a proper set under. Although that should be, yeah, we should reinforce it a little bit. So you've got, what, 2 plates? 2 bricks wide is 5 plates tall. So if we're flipping these on the side and we put 2 plates between each brick, we have these holes the same space. So these are 2 studs spaced apart. Fun little fact, fun little way with numbers. And then we can just add as many of these as we want going on. We'll work that bit out later. Technic beams as well would handle. Work handy. Hello there, Sebastian. Oh dear, Owen. What's up? Older brother. Oh yes. Yes, read that one. And hopefully this works. Hopefully we could we put an axle between them? Ah, No axles fit through these 2x2s because they've got the pin going all the way through, and same goes with the Droid bodies. Still think they could hollow out a hole just in case the pin doesn't go the whole way through. Perfect, we've done it. And that will stay as the end. Right, that's one end of the brick. And we're going to keep this out and tile it off properly. Tile it off to be that little line that goes between the bar and the plate. I think that'll work. Is the myth that it's always raining in the UK true? It's been raining every day for 4 days here in the US. 4 days is nothing. Actually, it's bright sunshine right now. Let me show you what it's like outside. It's too bright. It's too hot. I would love... It rained this morning. It actually rained this morning. And now it's bright sunshine. Can't make up its mind. It is always rainy, but sometimes the rain takes a break. Do I remember the live action How to Train Your Dragon? Yes. You're mad about the new live action. It's very offensive they made who's supposed to be blonde. Okay. They gave her brown hair. Huh. I wonder why. I guess they probably did it based on the cast that they got. I'm building my own set, Sebastian. So this is based off this little droid. The Lego set is made, I think, roughly the same scale as this. But we're building the bricks bigger. Rather than building the set itself, we are upscaling the bricks. And it's still a big set. It's probably a little bigger than the official Lego version, and we've swapped out some of the colours, as you can see. Very rainbow, colourful for Pride Month. But we have gone with the same build. You can see the similarities, especially when we finish this top with the blasters on the side, the giant 1x4 slope that I'm always covering. This is our 1x4 slope. We've got the 1x1 corner tile. Same on the side. The snot bricks, I think, give it away the most at the back. The snot bricks, the plate, the little tile with the pin. So we're building the little STAP the size of the big STAP. Very confusing and too many words to fit in a YouTube title if I was to try and explain it. Oh, Astrid. I guess they could have worn a wig. There must be some reason they've... I guess they probably didn't deem it that important. Hair colour is one of those odd things that, dependent on the character, it's something that Disney have done before, isn't it? Switch up hair colour. Go. Hopefully it wasn't too distracting for your movie experience. I don't think it's necessarily to do with their diversity. I think it's just down to the fact that it's overlooked, because we've seen that with Star Wars time and time again, and that's an interesting point I've seen brought up with a new FNAF. I've been watching The Secret of the Mimic, and a lot of the time the people making the shows, making the movies, making the content don't think as much as we do. I look into everything. All right, we're Star Wars fans here. We'll be honest. We overlook everything. Overlook? No. We overlook? That's not the right word. We look too much into absolutely everything. Lego will release a ship in an advent, and already I'm thinking, all right, could we be getting that next year? Because it lines up in the past. And half the time, the showrunners, the directors have no idea. Yes, there's a new Harry Potter as well. A Harry Potter show, isn't it? Did I hear they're making a new Harry Potter? It's odd. It's odd that they're making a new Harry Potter when we've only had, what, a few Fantastic Beasts and Harry Potter? It's not like Batman, where they run through Batman, Superman, Justice League and have all these different shows and then refresh it. we've only really had Harry Potter. There's not a lot to retell, but at the same point, there's not much that they've expanded on. I feel like Harry Potter, the Wizarding World and the Hooniverse as well. Let's drag Doctor Who into this. They've both created Wizarding World, Hooniverse to sort of franchise out and do more. And then Doctor Who's gone back to season 1 and 2. I don't understand what that is. Maybe it's because it's a different team working on it, which is fair enough. They did the same thing early 2000s, but it doesn't feel like a reboot. And they've brought back old characters from the last couple of seasons. And now Harry Potter, rather than expanding, Fantastic Beasts I thought was amazing. And then they've gone back to Harry Potter. I'm not going to follow along the Harry Potter series. I grew up with the movies, so I hope they do the Harry Potter books a bit of justice for the next generation. But I'd rather get some new content. In saying that, I did watch the Snow White movie. I love that. And Lion King, Mufasa at Christmas. That was awesome too. I'm liking the Disney live actions. But I didn't grow up with Snow White in like the 1930s. Lion King like another few decades before I was born. Hooniverse does need to bring back Torchwood. That'd be fun. I'm rewatching. We started rewatching when Tennant come back. We started rewatching from season 3. And at the minute, me and my partner are going back. We were rewatching the first 3 seasons, and then we're going to do like Sarah Jane Adventures, Torchwood, K9. Anyone remember the K9 show as well? Wasn't too much about that. I don't think that did too well either. I know for How to Train Your Dragon, they're bringing back a few other, one of the voice actors. Someone said in the stream the other day, one of the voice actors is replaying the same role, which is fun to see. I like that crossover. Star Wars has done that well as well. Not to mention the dragons in How to Train Your Dragon. You don't like the dragons? I can't say I remember the dragons as much. I have seen the trailer, but I haven't seen the movie yet. But at least you like the main... Oh, there you go. Oh, it just said Gerard Butler playing Stowe. Is that the... Gerard Butler, is that the voice actor? Stoic. Stoic. Stoic.
You want a drink?
I'm alright, thank you. I'm alright. Yeah, I do think that's a good point. Real life dragons probably wouldn't be the best looking, but How to Train Your Dragons, the dragons are pretty cool. Pretty cool looking, especially the little ones. Just watch From Eccleston, yeah. It's a huge decline since Capaldi. I understand Jodie's stories. They pushed, didn't they? They pushed the story, and it was like watching... As a Star Wars fan, I love Clone Wars. That's my favourite show. Rebels is good. Resistance is good. But you can tell watching them, they're for a younger and younger audience. That's what it felt like. Going from Eccleston, Tennant, Matt Smith maybe had a little dip. Capaldi brought it back up for all ages. And then with Jodie, it felt like you were watching a kids show again. That's what I felt. The stories were too on the nose. The characters were amazing. No fault with the Doctor or even the companions. I like the companions, and I've just built 2 of the same side. I'm going to have to flip this. Have to flip one of them. But, yeah, I can see why people started falling off with it. I also think once you've watched Doctor Who and you've got a Doctor, it's quite hard to keep watching. Same with How to Train Your Dragon. The live actions aren't for us fans of the animated, which hurts. It hurts to admit. But if you can find enjoyment in them, it's like a bonus, isn't it? They've given Bath and Belch snouts. I find this with the Jurassic World movies as well. Some of the dinosaur choices going forward, like when they made them all fluffy to make them more realistic. Did they have to do that? I understand the plot point. Oh, we found more about dinosaurs. Let's make them more accurate. But did they have to make a dinosaurs fluffy? I preferred when they were all scaly and lizard-like. That's when they were a bit more fun. They took the original How to Train Your Dragon and they made it different. Yeah, I can see why making it different never great, because even if you are trying to, advertise it for a new audience, the new audience is probably going to be more likely to go back and watch the classic. There's a reason there are classics. With Star Wars, I think more people are watching the original trilogy than the new ones, which is just the case no matter what. It doesn't mean the new ones aren't great. It just means the originals have stood the test of time, which is the same with How to Train Your Dragon. Not to say the new ones are better or worse. It's just because they've been around for longer. We're used to how the dragons look. So maybe How to Train Your Dragon would have been better as a new dragon movie. Perhaps if they did a new dragon, they could do so much with Burke. Go back to the Harry Potter. I said we could have got more around the wizarding world. We could have had an entire new dragon story similar to How to Train Your Dragon, but live action instead. Would we be that like? And then the dragons can look different. They can make them a bit uglier to fit with a storyline and not have to mess with what's already done. But in that being said, I did like Mufasa could have worked without the Lion King live action. They could still do it live action. There's a thought. Who is that in the background? That is my partner. Yeah, I think that is a big problem, Owen. You change something that people like, even if it didn't do well, even if the sequels didn't do well, if you were to re-go back to the Star Wars sequels and mess around with them, you're messing with everyone's heads. They've accepted it whether they like it or not. And it's odd that they just don't make something new. I mean, Ryan Reynolds, I know, oh, now I've said his name, he's going to appear underneath the stream once this is completed. But he started talking about making new movies. And he went on a little run of making new movies. He had the Imaginary Friend one, which was If. He also had something that was like lightsabery. What was the one with all the other like Marvel, the video game one as well? They were quite cool, but they all still felt like they were taking the best of what's come before and then gone forward with it. I think that's the way to do it. Even if you want to take on something from Burke or that, make it in the same universe. Obviously, Marvel and all that had to exist in that game universe, but take it and do something better with it. I think that's the way to do it. They could have done a film following what happened to Hiccup's mum and how she learned to live with the dragons. That's a good point. Mufasa style, just like the Mufasa movie. Yeah, I do understand the point of view. It's a cash grab, but I don't know how it's a cash grab. Well, no, I do, because they've already got the story. They don't need to, pay for the ideas. But I also think they could just re-release another disc, release it on Blu-ray, enhance the audio, and sell it. It's not even a proper cash grab. They're not cash grabbing properly. That's what annoys me. It's not a proper cash grab. I can't even say it. It's not a proper cash grab. They're trying to, which I guess it is the equivalent of video to DVD to Blu-ray. You know, you then take the animation, make it live action. But yeah, I do agree. I would rather see a parallel story. They don't have to switch it up. A parallel story going alongside. I think that could be quite cool. The potential for stories, unlimited. There's so many named characters. We've seen it with Star Wars. We have seen it with Star Wars. All the different characters that we've got stories from. And they're not stopping anytime soon, that's for sure. All right, we'll need you. And a 4x6. Still waiting for Gonki, a Star Wars story. DreamWorks. That is... Yeah, because DreamWorks are the one that are asking for it, and maybe they did want it to tie in their new Land update. Maybe this isn't a case of it is just for the movie. Maybe this is a case of the movie's an advert for their new ride, for their new experience. Hello there, Alfie. I'm not quite sure what the angle is, but I do definitely think it's odd. I would now, though, now that we've got the new How to Train Your Dragon, rather than them continuing it, they've set the story for people that are new to it. I would like to see that movie on Hiccup's mum. That would be good. That would be good. Can we get that, please? Thank you. 1x6s as well. 1x6s or 1x4? The actual piece does have it connected the whole way. Right, let's... Oh, definitely need an... Oh no, we can't fit an axle in there, can we? Ooh, that's going to be fragile. I think a 1x6 has to bridge the gap. I don't think I have any 1x6s. What? No. 1x3s? 1x anything? No 1x6s. Bracket would work. I guess 1x4 it is. That gets rid of our choice. I do think a 1x6, maybe a 1x5. Maybe bridging out this bottom bit would look better, but then keeping the gap at the end. And then we're going to have lightsabers at the end of this. So does this go the whole length? No, we need an extra brick on that. That's not quite flush with it. I'm doing well, thank you. It's been a long week, but we are pushing through with the STAP. We're not. This has been a breeze. This has been a nice project to work on. Grey. Oh wait, we might actually be out of grey bricks. Well, at least I got plates. That does not sound good. We'll plate off the end. I think 3 is 3 enough. Oh, is 3's 1 too much? Only 2. That keeps with a pattern. 2 plates, 2 plates, and 1 brick. Finishing with 2 plates and a tile. Lovely. Just hope that it's not too fragile for the lightsabers on the end. Fingers crossed. 1, 2. Maybe we could replace the connectors. I can't think of anything that's this round though. And then we need some round bricks, which we do have. We do. I've seen those. We've got at least one. We could use the black ones. Keep them both the same colour. And now, the only piece we need, well, let's get this one finished, but in wrapping this up, the only piece we need is the lightsaber hilt in the massive 216 times bigger. And separate these. Here's our studs. Some more massive 4x4 bricks. And this fits right into that. There's our top bit done. I think we could get something on the top there just to hold it up. Let's look how it compares, how it clips on. Oh. Let's not fall off again, please. And this time I'm not letting it go. There we are. So we could... Do I think this is going to stay up? It probably will hold itself quite a bit. We just need to... Maybe like a 2x6. Even a 2x6 brick on the top. Do I have one in reddish brown? No, blue, clear. Do I have a clear 2x4? What sort of dish piece would I use? I have a 2x8. That might work. In red, grey, black. just to support the entire base along. Oh, there we go. That'll work. Not what I meant to do whatsoever. That also holds up the clip. Oh, maybe that's what we need to do, support the clip. There we go. 2x8 to hold that all together. And Technic, we could fix this up. I feel like we might be pulling the top on and off quite a bit today. Let's fix this up now. Save us having to do it later on. 1, 2. Oh, I think this would be easy to put that together. I'll remember all this, right? Yeah, right. If not, it's built the exact same as the one next to it. So I just have to deconstruct that one as well. And then, corners. Of course I use corner bricks. And corner bricks. And nope. Okay. Okay. You back on. Now they're all jumping off. And it was this top one. That'll work. So my plan with this is to get some of the 2-pin hole right in there. Some of the 2-pin hole Technic beams and angle them the same place that the other ones, these ones, with the 2 Technic pins in, and try and connect the little, you know, this clip. Try and connect this the exact same way, but then using the double ones, which should connect it in a bit more secure. That's what was meant to happen with the Technic bricks, with the 8080. Clip it in like that. And then what do we need? 1x1s. 1x1s, 1x2s, 1x3s, 4s, 5s. A lot. Well, only 2. We don't need a lot of them. Gonna need that brick separator though. Keep the 2 and lose the 1. And now we want something that's 2 bricks wide. If anyone remembers earlier on in the stream how many plates I said that was, you'll remember 5 plates tall. There we go. 2 bricks wide is 5 plates tall. And this will then be rotated on its side. We'll have a little tile in the top, just so it's as smooth as can be. We only need that one stud at the bottom. Does that go in this way? It does, but we need the clip. We need the clip to hold in and to make sure we're not knocking anything else out. This is where it makes it a little complicated. Just a little bit. Not that bad. Maybe it's better to build this and then put it in. Hello there, Moonshoes. Welcome to the stream. We're just fixing up this clip so we can attach everything back together. Does this fit in the same height, or do I need to lose a plate? Aha. Wrong plate. All right, let's get my hand underneath it. Oh, it is because of this. I don't think we need this support with this system. I might keep one of the slopes. just to stop it rocking back and forth. So let's do that. Remove one of the plates on both sides. And then what it leaves us is enough wiggle room. So we just got the one plate and the one slope. And then that gives us enough wiggle room for the slope to attach, detach, but not enough for it to actually rotate at all. And then we can replace the other side. So we've got the same mechanisms inside as before. Exactly the same, actually. And then to stop, do we have another corner? Another corner round brick. Grey will do. Because I think this might fit. Might fit with the rest of them a bit better if we do 3 different rounded off bricks. Look, instead of using this corner is going to get in the way. Too sharp. Hello there, Kitteny Dog. Hello there, Clone Trooper FN01. Of course. Check out. This is the STAP. So this is what it looks like, you know, brown, boring, grey, and we have improved it. There's a few colours. What's this? Oh, they're tiles. There's a few colours that I don't have in my collection, like the purple as well. We've gone with a few studs. It's not perfect. It doesn't have to be. It looks cool nonetheless. And we are working on something for the middle here. I'm going to save that for the final reveal once we've got it all done. And then the top is a bit less colourful, but they're the colours we had left over. I think it does look pretty cool. And then rounding this off. The reason, I won't be able to round it off. Thank you. I'm sure you could do just as good if you have as much time as I do to work on these. We were meant to be working on this throughout the entirety of June, and it turned into a last 2 weeks of June project. Kind of forgotten about it for the first... Well, I didn't forget about it. We were working on Grogu. Oh, here's Grogu. We were working on a Grogu, which did turn out pretty cool as well. And that is built in the same scale. 216 times bigger than Legos, which is massive. Especially if... Could you imagine the Lego display, but everything's built 216 times bigger? No room for that. I think I'd make room though. There we are. And then if this fits, which it does, but oh, the stud needs to go before the claw. The stud's got a little rim at the top. There we go. Little rim at the top, which needs to get on top of the claw. So I'm putting them in the wrong way round. This is a complete custom for anyone wondering. Grogu was a very fun project. Oh look, it's as if I knew that would work. Perfect, first time. Oh, can't forget the slope. Yeah, this is a complete custom, so I am making this up as I go along. That's the funnest way to build Lego. And then we lock this in with all the plates and bricks from before. 4, 4, 6. Oh. And this should hold the top. So this is the speeder done besides the turrets. We've got 2 lightsabers for the ends. And then let's get the rest of this in just before we continue, because otherwise I will completely forget. There we are. And that should be solid. Don't explode. I always get worried with these giant clips. Support it a bit closer. Well, it worked without breaking. I'm not counting that as a break. Oh, I think I've pushed it too far over. We got rid of the plate. We need that. Oh, that's why. Right, this clip does fit perfectly. I mean, there's like 0.2 millimeters. So there is a little wiggle room. But I do have to remember about these plates, because they're holding the entire clip together. All right, let's try that again. Let's get this one. You do just fit in, didn't you? Almost, almost, almost. Hey! And now let's remember we've got some plates there. Hey, there we go. Perfect. First time. What was that? Couple of seconds? Just got to remember that there's some plates there. Does it stand on its... No, it's front heavy, which is not what we want. Well, I guess it is what we want, because then we've got the battle droid weighing it down at the back. But front heavy is going to be hard to display. It's going to be very hard to display. Definitely need a bit of technique here, and we'll have to slant it backwards a little, like it's taken off. Hello there, Kebab Wizard. Awesome name. Let's lay this down. No way we're going to be able to stand this, is there? At least we can hold it from the bottom without it falling off and swoosh it around a little bit. Almost life-size, isn't it? Almost be riding around on this. And we do need a plate on the bottom side of that. Just in the middle. How far do you rotate? Almost the entire way. That's quite nice. And this plate will just stop it bending too far down. That should level it out. We can swap that with an underside. That one little 2x2 that's meant to go the entire there. It does, doesn't it? Better than the small one. There we go. Nice and colourful. Maybe the separatists should have... Well, no, let's not make the villains of Star Wars go around with rainbow colours. That wouldn't be good. But someone should have. There should be a rainbow clone legion, shouldn't there? Wouldn't that look awesome? And now we've got to stand this. I think just before... Let's go with the lightsabers first, because the lightsabers should be straightforward to build. And I might make those a bit colourful, because we've used our greys everywhere else. What have we got to stand this up on? Any sort of tiles, plates that can hold it? No, not you. Any sort... Oh, maybe my mic. Yes! My mic case can hold it. Perfect. And let's get those sabers built. So a lightsaber is what? About two bricks wide? Never had to measure that. Yeah, about 2 bricks wide. And it starts off 4x4, ends 4x4. There's a few 2x2s. There's a few 4x4s. There's a few 6x6s in there. Love the Funkos. That is a complete Star Wars timeline, all the way from Phantom Menace up into Rise of Skywalker, which is just off screen up there. But you can see some of the sequels. The only... Is there anything missing out? We've got the prequels, all the different Clone Wars, Bad Batch shows, and the Jedi games, Unleashed. No, not Unleashed. Unleashed is up there, but I meant Survivor and Fallen Order. Mando, Boba, Ahsoka, Skeleton Crew, Battlefront 2 is represented. There might be something not up there. I guess I don't have the Visions up there. Didn't have room for Visions. But we do have pretty much everything else. Right, 4, 6, 4, 6, and I said 2, which is in here. That's easy to get to at the desk. We can leave those in the drawer. The biggest part of the lightsaber is right after the start. So we'll have 1 brick. Do I have any more in grate? No, we'll use plates for that. Grab some of you for the handle. So I have 3 of these plates with the hole. They're little donut plates. Your favourite is the Wrecker. I love... Do I have Wrecker as Bad Batch? I have the helmeted Wrecker, yeah. Right here. I've got the collection of Bad Batch from the Bad Batch show as well with the helmets off, and those are pretty cool. But it would have been nice if we actually got, I didn't think of this at the time, it would have been nice because all the Funko bobbleheads are on a spring on the body. It would have been nice if we got some with the different heads in them. I guess it wouldn't make them as much money as if they did them as Chase, but I didn't think of that. Imagine getting a Funko with 2 heads so you could swap them out. And then you could also display the helmets. I think that's why I'd love to display the helmets. All the different Funko helmets of the different clones in a row. That would be fun. That'd be cool, actually. Kind of like the helmets for Lego. I've got all my Mandos just behind my monitor displayed in a line because all the Mando helmets line up. They look cool. All the way from... Actually, my Din Djarins aren't on the same row. I should move them up and just have a 1 full row. Alright, here's the emitter. There's the lightsaber emitter, which is just at the far end. There we are. That goes straight down. Whoa! Straight down to a little bit. But that's not half a stud, is it? It's about a third. So it's a plate. A plate I can work with. Need to get a few more of those. And that's plate, plate, plate. So we got half a stud, plate, 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 plate. And I might have to round that off. So plate, 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 plate. We're working in 1:6 scale, 216 times bigger, which means 1 plate is now 6 plates thick. No? Yes? Yes. 1 plate is 6 plates thick. So as long as we're keeping in multiples of 6, we can do plate, 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 plate with 2 more plates. Plate, 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 plate. I'm going to lose count. 4 back and forth plates. And then 2. I think it'll make sense once I got this built. Similar to how the blasters are. These blasters here are alternating plates between the 2x2 and the 4x4. It will look something like that. Welcome back, Lego Murphy fan. New info about the forest on fire. Good info? Has it stopped? Thank you, Kebab Wizard. This is... May the bricks be with you. Thank you for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your day. There's the top of the lightsaber. Let's see how many bricks we need, though. How many halves? 2. Oh. And that's 2 halves is a whole, which is just 6 plates. Which is just 2 bricks. No. Really? And then slopes. Slopes is quite easy. Onto the 4s. Whoa, it's not easy. No, take that back. Not easy at all. Never say anything's easy because this is going to take a lot longer than it should now. I've jinxed it. What have I done? And they're firing outwards. Oh, if we could. That would connect it. Right, I know how we're connecting them. We need some of these, some of that. And oh yes, you. What? We'll use grey. I'll add more of the light bluish grey there. Oh, that's not looking too good. Well, hopefully you're staying safe. Right, so to reduce all of the aspect, all the round bits we're using, I'm going to swap the plates on top with some tiles. They're the wrong grey, I don't know if there's any light bluish grey tiles around me. What uses light bluish grey? So many white. Just no light bluish grey. So dark bluish grey will do, just for the emitter. That's going to go on top of the bar element here. Just two in. And to secure this, I'm going to swap that for a jumper. Or for a 2x2 with a hole in. Either way. No problem, Mr. Vader. Thank you for dropping by nonetheless. Don't forget to drop a like on your way out. I'd appreciate it. 11 helicopters and over 30 trucks. Some of the forest fires I see on the news worldwide are crazy. Thankfully, we don't have many, if any, like it. There's not really. I wouldn't say there's any bad ones. There's been a few bad ones in the UK, but what we say is bad isn't really bad compared to the rest of the world, is it? It's just not as good. Less bad, more not as good. I suppose it depends on what you're used to in the area as to what's bad. But that is a lot of emergency services. Just imagine, well, don't imagine without them. Crazy. Hello there, Polo. I think the good thing is with forest fires, I see a lot in America, a lot in Australia as well, during the heat, where it gets hotter and hotter every year. Every single year there's something bigger. But we always seem to stay roughly on top of it. Yeah, evacuations are still needed just for safety. But it's good to see that we're managing to stay on top of a lot of the different emergencies. There's not been one, I don't think, recently that's just been left because no one knows. We've had the LA fires as well. Look how terrible those were. They managed to deal with them in the end. It just sucks sometimes how long they can take, doesn't it? Switching this up. We're going to need some more plates as well. So what I'm going to do for this side is, because we don't have any 4x4s left, I'm going to fill in these ones with the holes in the middle with 2x3s. But so they're still rounded off from one side. They're the little two pieces that come together for a love heart. Just like that. And then you can attach them. They're quite cool, actually. You can attach them to key rings, and Lego sold them as a key ring at one point, but I don't think they still do. They might do. You might still be able to find an old one. Oh, we can't. Oh, we need a 1x2 in the middle, because we can't connect these, can we? Oh, I didn't think that through very much. It works. It works with a round 1x2 and 2 corner tiles. That's what we need. Two corner tiles. And what did I say? Round. What do we need that's round? Oh, round 1x2. But 2 of them. One to hide. One to use later. The reason I'm using a round, oh, the round 1x2 doesn't fit. Studs fit. What does fit? Corner. There is a jumper corner as well that might work. Maybe I'd just keep it empty on the inside. We would have the other 1x3 connecting on top if I didn't misplace it. Oh, didn't recognize it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Plenty. And even though it's only held on by the 2 studs, that should give us all the clutch power we need just to have them held on at the top there. And now, even though we only had enough for 1 on one side, we've managed to copy it. Let's have this pointing down. I think we'll probably be seeing it from the top. Maybe pointing inwards. But I think inwards might still be too visible. Pointing down. There we go. And for the top, I've got something in mind already. Because we have the 4 little... The little claw, isn't it? That holds out. It's kind of like a claw with the 4 fingers. And I want to use the slopes. We could use the new piece. We could use the new piece. Some 1x1s and the new piece. Yes. Genius. Whoever said that. Genius. Might change your name to Clutch Powers. I don't know how many people know that reference. There's got to be a Clutch Powers. I know you can change your name without changing your username. I wonder who took Clutch Powers on YouTube. No numbers, no extra letters, just straight up Clutch Powers. Right, let's pop this off. So for the bottom of the saber, I've used 4 of those new snot bricks that, yes, I'm coming to really love now. Can't get enough of them. Hello there, Kalpana, welcome back. Oh. And then on the underside, ooh, how do we connect these? The easiest part, I want something with studs in the middle that doesn't have studs around the outside. And also, oh, hold on. What if I added snot bricks to snot brick, or like a bracket or something to build that out? How far does this go? We said 2 bricks, so I still need to build this out quite a bit. So we could add snot bricks to I think brackets is the better one, because then we could go with, yeah, we don't need the 1x1, we need the 1x2s. I think I've got something here. Sometimes it's hard to explain exactly what I'm seeing, but I've got the pieces for this. I do, yes. I should double check just in case I've used them, but I do. We need another brick up there. And then we need 1x1s and then brackets, yes, which are in a bag. I bagged up the little brackets, not these ones, the opposite ones. These are the up ones, which we could use. Actually, we need to use, don't we? Because we don't have that half. Oh no, we do. It's on a rounded brick. It'll all make sense in due time. With these brackets. Oh, I forgot I emptied some out. I bet it's one of these. No. No. Oh, it would have been the last one I would have thrown out. Good thing I didn't throw them all out. Not a lot of greys. I don't think I have any greens, really. This will be another recolor. And then them 1x1s, I said. Didn't get those. And then the slopes we've got. Alright, tan seems to be the obvious choice for light bluish grey. We'll go with tan on one. And then the other will have... Oh, we can go with tan and nougat? Yeah, not dark tan. Oop. I missed. Second time lucky. And these are going to hold our slopes on the sides, but also the round plate underneath. We need another round brick, don't we? No, we need an undertile. Yes. I just sorted these into colours. I don't remember where the grey one is. Translucent, tan and grey. There you go. This is what we needed underneath here. But there's no real way to make this at the size we want. There must be some sort of dish that exists that we could flip upside down. And then that rounds off the bottom, which will secure all our studs. And I'm trying to work this out so that it won't be wonky. It is 216 times bigger than the Lego's model. There's Lego's model. Volumetrically, 216 times bigger. Just a little bit bigger. Hello there, Xbox Reflex. Welcome to the stream. One, two, three, four. This is a lightsaber hilt that I'm building at the minute. In this 216 times bigger, which is probably about half the size that Lego have built their gift with purchase sabers. And is this gonna piece it out? Just need to make sure these are all lined up as we go on. Otherwise they'll start popping off when we least expect it. One, two, three. Or, oh, on the underside, we've got some holes in the corners. That's going to be easy. Yay, it fits even better. Oh no, we've got, wait. How have we got three? Oh, we only have two. It doesn't just fit. So 2 down, 2 up. These can be grey. Light grey or dark? I don't have a lot of light grey, so we'll go with dark grey. And this will just spread the studs out. By 2 down, 2 up, I mean we've got 2 of the brackets coming down. There you go. 2 of the brackets coming down and 2 of the brackets going up. That is in system. So if we were to line them both up, they wouldn't really work, but they'd be like that. The 2 tan ones are over the end and the 2 grey ones are pointing up. And this should connect. Right? Oh no, we need them further down. Maybe snot bricks on snot bricks was a shout. Was a good call. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll just stick it in the normal stud holes. That seems to work. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then round the side to cover these tan bits here. That's what we got these slopes for. To go up to that mark. That's where we need it to go up to. That separation between the 2 bricks. And that'll be the claw. or the bottom of the hilt. What if I put another plate on the inside? But then surely that would do the same as flipping the bracket. Oh. Alright, didn't like the other plate on the other side. One, two. One. Oh, that's because you're in the wrong hole. Put you back in the middle. Edge, edge. Edge, edge. 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 Hey. No, that still does not seem legal. I feel like they're closing in a little bit. They're just not perfectly straight. Two colours. Welcome, Fortnite Sushi, to the chat. First off, so the official Lego model is mostly, you know, brown and grey. We've not stopped with two colours. Well, I broke it. We've gone with all the colours. But the lightsaber is two colours because we've got one of the brackets that I don't own a lot in grey, so I've gone with tan instead. But we have geared this thing out. We've not stopped with two. All right, let's put it back down before I break it too much. I can't tell if this is just a bit fragile or if I'm not being as careful with this as I perhaps should be, because it is a massive build. All right, here's the lightsaber. In 216 times bigger than the official Lego hilt. And I'm not entirely impressed with the base of this, I have to say. I would like the base to be a bit more. I think that makes sense. Wouldn't mind the base being a bit more, but it does work for now. So that fits straight on, and let's do the exact same with the other side. Oh. Bit off more than we wanted there. Does this come out? No. What do we do? The full. Ah, these books. One, two, three. Cap it off, and then we want some 1x. That was it. We could have used brackets here. That would have given us the half plate thickness. That might have just perfected what I wanted a little more from. Oh, that might have been what it was. Hello there, Star Wars knowledge. Welcome to the stream. There we go, two tan ones on the top. And then, oh wait, these dark tan ones are the wrong angle. When did I pick those up? When did I pick those up? Can't say I remember. Or, instead of using brackets, what if we double up on that new snot element? Welcome back, Owen. We could double up. I think I've used all the 4x4s. Alright, gonna have to steal one of you. Or all of you. Fair enough. I don't know if this one's going to... I don't know if this is... Oh, hold on. And this doesn't fit inside the inner studs. It doesn't fit inside. We could probably half and half, couldn't we? Half in the studs, and then get half the brackets in. Yeah, half a stud. No, not half a stud. Half a plate. That's what I'm thinking. Half a stud. There we go. Does this fix what the issue was? No, because now we're working with brackets and non-brackets. So I think the initial fix should have worked. The initial fix being 2 brackets down, 2 brackets up. That should have been perfect for it. But it didn't work before. Was that human error? Or was that Lego error? Human error works perfectly. What? What did I do before? I don't know, but I didn't do that. Alright, well, I'm not going to complain. I'm taking that. First time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's our Lego lightsaber. That's looking a bit better. Well, now I just know that it works a bit better. And then on top, I'm going to get another round of the dark bluish grey tiles. We could, if we wanted to go the extra mile, just chrome these sabers off. There's not been a recent STAP that uses chrome sabers, but the metallic silver, that could pass for chrome. And now it's time to start thinking about the battle droid. What are we going to do? How do we put together a big... Let's fix that one first. How do we put together a B1 battle droid using Lego parts? Thank you. Oh, where's that come from?
It was on my desk.
I think that went there. That wasn't me. We're making a mess between us. All right, and then you there, you there. There we go. No, no, you're not. Oh, you are. That didn't feel right. It looked right. It works. I'm not going to complain. But I am very... I'm suspicious of what just happened. I don't really know what just happened. I don't think that should have worked. And then 3 more. No more these. No more these. No more these and that. And let's make sure I remember exactly where I got these from. No good sorting this out. Oh, I found something out with these drawers as well. I'm not meant to pop them in. If I slide them in sideways, I can do it without making a noise. And I've only just figured that out after years of having them. Hello there, Raven. Welcome back. No problem. Thank you for stopping by. May the bricks be with you. Did I see your Mr. Gold? I didn't. I did notice a few of you have put posts on the community, on the channel. I still don't know how to do it, so let the rest of you know. But thank you so much. I think it's only accessible from a mobile device as well, if you are looking into it. That's as far as I know. 6 by U. Oh, yes. What I was doing. For the B1, I do think it's probably better to 3D print it at this stage, because then we can spend the whole of July just working on it. And like I said, I'm not going to rush it. So if it doesn't get done, we'll work on it next month. But maybe as well, if we plate it out, because the B1's quite thin, all the different parts of the B1. If we were to plate it out, that might be a bit more true to size. Are they level? No, there's a plate in it. One plate in it. And that's back here. We could use a square one, but I think I'll stick with a round. There we are. Now they're level. Right, they're level. They don't look it on camera. They're very not level. And that is the STAP. So before I pick it up, and we've got to work on the blaster as well. We should probably build a blaster for the droid. Although they do have the 2 blasters we've just built. Maybe it doesn't need a blaster. That is the rest of the STAP. We're now finished. We've got the engines on the side. Let's go through it. So we don't have a stand for it yet. But we do have the 1x4, the 1x1 below it, the 1x1 slope, the 1x3 underneath, the 2 snot bricks with the 2 studs holding them, the 2 cheese slopes, the 2 engines either side, which are the old black blasters. Then we've got the clip at the top holding on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements, 2 lightsabers at the end, and now we've just got the B1 battle droid and like a week to do it. Not too bad. I don't have a lot of time to be working on it this week, but having that week does make me feel a bit better. Do I remember you from Camino Base? Hello there, Ryan. We haven't started working on Camino yet, but we're not far off. This is awesome. And this is all built using official Lego bricks, all brick built. Not half bad. Can I hold it from the... I'm going to keep a hand here in case it does drop. There we go. That's awesome. And these are all individual bricks. You can pop them off and switch them around, make them any color you like. But for now, whilst we work on the B1, I'm going to put this back in its stand. Nice to know that's perfect height. And the B1 battle droid. I wouldn't mind doing something like the skeleton actually, and parting out the droid so that it's got little dowels. But brick building would need the corner bricks. Let's get a handful of those. Oh, we've got tan ones as well. So we'd need 3 for the hand, each side, 3 for each side of the hand. Good thing is for the STAP we're using the old droids, so we've still got the curved hand. It is Ryan, on the front and on the side. There we go. At least I got it on camera. I think I need to reinforce those. An axle doesn't work and they don't break into too many pieces, which is quite nice. It's mainly these bar elements. But if an axle doesn't work throughout, how are we going to go about getting it? We could at least reinforce it with an axle to keep it all in one. Oh, I dropped the B1 battle droid as well. That's over there. How did that fall? How did that work? No. I think this B1 just jumped. It wasn't an excuse. And then 1, 2. Oh, where's the bottom of it? Oh, I didn't pick that up. Oh, it didn't fall. There we are. to missed one. There you are. And then, so the bars aren't too secure.
Like a right mess you are.
They're not secure at all. We need to fix that up. Right, there you go. There's the rest of it though. Pride flag and all. Alright, let's rest you. Is this all of the pieces?
I don't know.
No, I don't know either. Thank you.
That's alright. I don't think I see
Oh wait.
anything else.
These... I don't think these are meant to be doubled up like this. Oh no. These are for the other side, yes. You're one. And you're cool for some reason. You don't need an axle. I'll try and find an axle that fits. It's you. It's you and you. The different bar elements that are in need. That's the top of one, and that's the top of the other. Where did it go? We might have a bar element. I'll look for that later. And then you're for you. Oh no, found it. No, it was something I just had. It might have been. Right. How far? 2, 3? Yeah, that's probably how tall it was. And then that was about how tall it looks. Looks like that bomber in Rogue One. That looked like it. I still want to add a little door to the bottom of it and try and get it built that way. All right. I didn't even go to lift it. It's trying to bomb me. All right, let's get an axle in you. I think I put them away. And then I'll lift it back up again. I'm surprised the connections with the two different bar elements aren't any stronger though, with the stud and then the anti-stud hole. And then you in there. There we go. One axle down the entire body of it. And it fits. That's secure. Oh, too long. Unless we put the axle through. Oh, that might have been a good idea. Do we have any more space? No. Right, so we're looking for a 5. No. How long can we go? Oh, that's definitely not fitting. So is 5 the longest? 6 just doesn't fit. There we go. And that caps off the top as well. Oh, or we could put a stud in it. No. Let's how much does it cap off? Oh no, we can't use that one. We need the one with the stud in it then. If the stud holds, so we'll need a brown one. Yeah. Let's not use the same one we used last time. No chance. I don't know if this will actually hold using... The piece I'm looking for is the piece that I've just had. It's similar to the piece that I've just had. But it's this one with the stud on the end. Let's go get a grey one in there. Oh yes, this is much more stronger. We're going to use two of those. That'll work. And then we just need to flip around the other side. So these are shorter though. No longer ones? No. Maybe we're not using them. Maybe we stick with a 1x5 or 1x6. I can't remember now. I think a 1x6 will fit. So they're the black ones. Yeah. And that'll just hold it all together. Let's make sure we're pushing that all the way down. We're not too fussed about the plates at the end. Still want them to stand, but we're not that fussed. And it's just, unless ones, because we've done it every 5, haven't we? Well, no, this one we've got some 3s. Let's fix that up. Oh no, we have done it. 1, 2. Oh yeah, 3 studs. 2 more plates. So what we could do on the outside is get a tile running the whole way up. Is that going to look as good? It's going to be secure, that's for sure. And what we're going to need are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A 1x10 tile doesn't exist. Does it? By 10? 1x8 would, and then we'd just tile off the bottom with a 1x2. I think that works for what we need. Or a 1x8 and we don't tile off the bottom. We leave it be as. Let's see. We gotta go with the grey pins, don't we? Alright. So we want grey. Oh, we can't put the axle in the middle now. But the axle's not honestly doing too. The axle's doing quite a bit. Quite a bit of the heavy lifting, shall we say. Yeah, it's doing more than without it there. Well, that sucks. There we are. 1, 2, 3. How many bricks? So that's up the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, we got more. 7, 8. 7, 8. Nope. Not 7, 8, 9. Not 7. 7, 8. Even though they're plates, because we've got the axle in the middle, they're still going to stay on solid as anything. Hey, where are these? Where? So what we got that on top, and then another. Wait, where is? There's definitely a few parts. Oh no, I found them. No parts. One, two. Hey. The STAP. Oh, we didn't put an axle in this one yet. Oh, we can't put an axle because we've built this different. Okay. Well, the lightsabers weren't too bad. It was only when they fell they broke. One way around. Hey, it's built back together. And oh, 3D printing. We might have to. I don't know if I'd just be able to use the studio shapes for them, because they don't always go together too well. I don't really know if there is an easy way of building a P1 battle droid in Lego. You know, Lego do have a set coming out. We got to speak about that. We don't have to speak about it. This is not sponsored. This is not affiliated with Lego, but I should really speak about that because Lego have built the B1 really well, but they've made it look like an actual B1. We don't want to do this. We want to be like their droid builder and build it like the actual Lego B1. And there's just not the intricate shapes that we can get. There's just no way of getting those details. Like the Lego copyright logos and everything are out the window. We're not doing those. There's no way of getting... How wide's the arm compared to a stud? How wide's the arm? Half a stud. So we're looking at... It's about a third. So you're looking at 1 2/3 of an actual stud in the upscaled build, which is something. Yeah, I think our best bet is to 3D print it. So that's what I'll be doing over the next couple of days, and start designing it for next month's Spider Droid, and then we'll see. I don't think I will. I don't think I'll just do it next month, the Spider Droid, because we're trying to upscale Technic, and that pin system's going to be hard to build using Lego bricks. I think that might be our summer project, the upscaled Spider Droid. But we've got the STAP built. Can we build it a little stand, a little Technic stand? It balances, what's it, top heavy, but it leans forward. So we want something to lean it just like that. So we could use a bit of Technic, or we could just build quite a simplistic stand for it. Or what we could do, there's an advent calendar that connects this brick, a recent advent calendar that connects this bit to a bigger base. So similar to what we did originally, mimicking the stand for this. Let's bring that in. So we've got this that goes in the back of it. If we could lower this so that it's the same height, so what, we lower it, break it off about there, it might work. We might already have a functioning stand. There we go, about 5 bricks further down. Oh, this is not easy. Not easy. Oh, and we've got to remove the bar element from them. Oh no. Whose good idea was it to put that bar going through all of these 2x2 bricks? It wasn't a good idea, was it? So this is all the bricks we need. We'll still round it off at the top once we know how high it should be. And we can definitely get an axle in here now that it's a bit shorter. Oh, you're meant to be at the bottom. There we are, something like that. And very carefully. You go in there. And then we can build a little house for the, little house. Yeah, I guess it is a little house for the bottom bit of the base. Because that would hold it up, the droid would counterbalance it, but right now that pops off. So what we need is an axle. An axle would work better than a bar because a bar's too small, and a bar's also got quite a bit of flex in it. Over this space, look, it's already bending quite a bit. We need an axle that goes the whole way through there. Let's see what we're working with. We've got a few of them here. That's way too long. Are there any that aren't way too long? You're a thinner one. Too thin. too thin? No. And the reason I'm saying no is because I don't believe it. Is because from the ground, this axle goes up into that snot brick. So maybe this is too tall. Right, so we'll do one more than this to start off with. Just one more. Make sure it's as tall as it needs to be, because the dome at the top won't be able to fit straight through with the axle straight through it. And then this is in 1:6 scale, making it 216 times bigger than Legos, which is crazy when you put it like that. It works! I'm not keeping this up here for long though. It does indeed work. That is all you need as a stand. And just to make it look pretty, let's put this down before I break it again. I've broken it too many times. Yeah, this is 1:6 scale, which means every dimension is 6 times bigger. 6 times bigger than Legos. So each stud is a 6x6 brick. And there we go. There's our little stand. Tiny compared to what we had before. Something a bit like that. This is half the size. But it's a lot less fragile as well, and works just as well, because we don't want to model this big floating yay high off the table. If it falls, it'd break the table. Hello there, by the way, Garrett. Welcome to the stream. Now we can work away into securing the base. Get a little round brick in there. Secure the sides. Securing the sides might be easier than I think, because all we need is to stop it slipping. So if we get ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could just build four different fences out of Lego. One, two, three. We need 1x4s as well. And snot bricks. Let's get 4 of everything. You never go wrong. Although I say that, I haven't got 3 of these. Let's not need 4. And my little fence is going to be quite simple, really. Get these 1x4s with a 1 stud at either side. Put in 2 of these snot bricks. And there you go. Tile on the side. And we've made a little fence. Going to need, what did I say, 4 of these? Something like that. Oh, these don't fit, because we need a rounded off corner. So I guess 1x2s with a rounded off edges. These ones. And just replace the bottom with those. Still use one of them. Actually, you could still use all of them, depending on what you're standing up. Just because I got the round 6x6 that they don't flush with. Oh, hold on. Don't I need this to go all the way down? These be poking out. Yes. Yes, yes, and yes is the answer to that. Oh, but then maybe corner, maybe I'm overcomplicating this one. Maybe corner bricks is all I need. Not the brown ones, I've had enough. We've used too many of those. Just regular corner bricks, keeping a 2x6 on the inside. And that should stop this from flying around. Or slipping. This whole stand's gonna go with it. Oh wait, What if I move this further back? Because at the minute when I'm standing it on there, it's pushing it too far forward. Hello there, Nakomi. What if I push this further back? And then it's got the whole plate. I think this might curve it up just a little. Might have to reinforce it with a brick. There we go. One stand at the back. And testing it out. No. Oh, there we are. Yeah, it does bend it up a little bit more. We need some solid plates underneath this. Or bricks. Or we could stand it with the bricks. Am I doing the tan or the blue version? Actually, I'm doing the brown the tan version, the brown version that comes in the new July set. But for Pride Month, we've made it a bit more colourful. There we go. Added a few rainbows to it because I don't have all the blue and brown pieces needed. But I will recolour it one day once we've got this finished. So we're going to need to brick build the base. Do we do a green? Grassy green? We've got to. Little grassy green base. Oh, or we would have to if I had some grassy green bricks. Which I don't have. I don't have any green. No 2x4s at least. We modular base it, couldn't we? With some plates. Let's upscale a 3x3. What colour was the 3x3 in the Advent? Green? This is massive. You got that right. Hello there, Starfish Bricks. 1, 2, 3. Any other green plate? I think the green plate's been used by Minecraft at the minute, so why don't we Mills plate this plate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 20 by 20, and we kind of need 18 by 18. Lovely, we'll give it a border. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's make it grey and give it a border. Great question. What's my most expensive Star Wars minifigure? I think it's the prototype Boba Fett. There's a few quite rare figures I have versions of. But I think the prototype Boba Fett that's all the way over there, the white one, from the Character Encyclopedia, I think this was from. I don't think it's a visual dictionary. Last time I remember saying 40 quid and someone pointed out that it was worth closer to 60. The price of this thing fluctuates so much, but this is all genuine Lego. And it's a cool Boba Fett as well, the white one, because originally Boba Fett was meant to be a specialized stormtrooper, basically a commando that we see in The Mandalorian. So it's nice to have that, not just a minifigure, but a piece of Star Wars history. I would love to get a Star Wars CMF. First off, I'd love to get Star Wars CMF. We all would, wouldn't we? But I'd love to get the original concepts, kind of what the Rebels crew are based off for the original trilogy characters. Maybe even a Star Killer that we got in the Lego Skywalker Saga game. But also the original R2, the original 3PO, the original Chewbacca. These are all minifigures that would be amazing to have. And now I'm rethinking what a great Star Wars CMF could be. Just filled with all these different concept characters rather than actual minifigures that could come in actual sets instead. Alright, 1x6, 1x8. That's a rule I can follow. Do that 4 times. And I've filled the entire board. Oh wait, I don't think I've got 1x6s. That's all right. We got 1x3s. I come across, I can't remember what I was building. Was it the trash compactor? It must have been the trash compactor. That's the only set that I've built recently. And I came across another useless Lego piece. What was it? I can't remember what it was now. I need to do a video on all the... They're not useless. There's no such thing as a useless Lego piece, to be honest. But they're Lego pieces that can be built with other Lego pieces. But for someone who's got a collection, you know, as big as I do, they take up a drawer or a bag that isn't necessary because there's another Lego piece that has already been made. The new snot bricks don't count. I do like them now. And also, they came after the original snot bricks, which they are seeming to replace, slowly but surely. I don't know, Lego designers grew up with one brick, so maybe they won't replace them too quickly. But the builders of tomorrow will surely use them instead. So there is the start. And then, ooh, how do we secure this down by using these plates? Maybe we push this through. Oh, okay. And then we have a little gap for it to sit. I like that. I think that might look pretty cool, actually. So we need a 6x. How far do we put that to? And a 6x2. Pop. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Oh. There we are. One, two, three, 4. 2 more. Oh, 3 more. Because we need a 4x6. Don't forget that. Or any combination of. I do have a 4x6 that's told off with the studs around the outside, but I prefer to use the studs showing. I think otherwise, if I wasn't going to show any of the studs on top, I might as well be building out of not Lego. I might as well be, you know, 3D printing or come with something. And it's down to personal preference. There's a lot of told off models that look really cool. But personally, if I'm building something, gotta have some studs on it. And now this can go in the middle. I think that looks a bit closer to the Lego model. We've shrunk this down, this middle piece. And now there should be enough space in the middle for this slope to fit. I'm going to regret this. I'm going to regret this. No strings attached. It's standing up on its own accord. Oh, this looks awesome. I don't know how much I can move this. And like I said at the start of the stream, this is finished. There'll be a video coming out very soon about this. Maybe even as soon as tomorrow if I can get it recorded and edited in time. But look at that. This is going to look awesome with the battle droid on the back. Why can't we have Lego models like this? I would honestly, I know this is my model, huge bias and whatever. I think I would prefer Lego to make a model like this. Something that looks like Lego but is upscaled, which is why I did quite like the Droid Builder kit. And I know that's not popular opinion. I know because of that, we probably won't be getting any more of them as well. If I have my chair there, if it does fall, at least it's caught the most of it. And I won't have this on display like this 24/7, which is why I want to 3D print it. Now I know that I can make a stand for it though. At least I know I can also 3D print a stand for it. That thing is absolutely massive. And this is scaled 1:6. So this is 216 times bigger than the little Lego version, which is this. It's tiny. Right. So if I'm 3D printing the battle droid, you can't even see me behind it. So if I'm 3D printing the battle droid, then this is where we leave it. This is the final stream of our upscaled project for June. Yeah, happy Pride Month. Happy STAP month as well. We finally got it done. And it is crazy big. I'm definitely going to have to sort out the camera angle for building the next one because the microfighter spider droid is only bigger than this. It only gets bigger. All right, you've had your fun. Come on, down off the perch. And let's make sure we don't end the stream on a broken Lego build. Later on this week, tomorrow, we've got Repo's beta. Hello there, Dash Hound. Just in time for the end of the stream. No, don't worry, you can go watch it back afterwards because we had so much fun building it today. Tomorrow we've got the Repo beta, which is the last Wednesday of June. So at the minute, that is the last Repo Wednesday that I've got planned down. Is it the last time we're going to play Repo? Maybe not. Probably not. Likely not. It's a very fun game. But it is the last time for a while whilst we get working on a few other projects around here. And then we've also got, at the end of the week, probably on Saturday, what I have planned for the trash compactor. And at some point, I would also like to work on a super secret Slave 1 project, which isn't the UCS set. UCS set's been built at 10k subs, but there is another one on the side as well. I don't know really about days. I was hoping to do it Friday. I might have to reschedule that. So that might be left onto, I guess that could be July. We could do that. I want to get on to the, yeah, let's do that the first week of July. And then we've also got the upscaled spider droid, which is going to be a ton of fun. Even if we end up just 3D printing it because the Technic's too hard, it's still going to be a lot of fun to try and work that in giant Lego bricks like we've done here. So thank you everyone who's chimed along for now the third stream. Stay tuned for the video. And until next time, may the bricks be with you always.